paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. Gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X. Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it. And it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoking rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks. Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my gosh, welcome back to the illustrious show on a goofy ass Monday, and we got so much to talk about. It's going to make your head spin. Your head's going to fall right off your body. It's going to be a wild time. So make sure you got your drinks ready. Did that just point down for some reason? Make sure you have your drinks ready because we're going to be having a good ass time tonight. Welcome back. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys all have giant puppies. I wish I could say the same. Make sure you like the stream. We're almost to 100 likes. That's the goal. And let's have a good ass time. We're up against the 510th naked snake in a row, and we're already a third of the way there before the stream even started. You guys are the goats. We got the red and the pink boy out of the way right away. So now the orange, gold, blue, and teal is all that's left. I want to say thank you to everyone who continues to support me because this week it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one, and I'm very, very excited. So get the hell on it. Doggone it. All right. So first things first, Jimmy Kimmel. News cycle all over the place, right? He's everywhere for some reason, which is weird because he hasn't been talked about in like 10 years because no one watched his show. It was revealed he was getting 120,000 viewers on a show, and he's paid $100,000 per show. So they were losing unbelievable amounts of money. Well, there was this weird narrative that he was canceled because Trump made it happen. Well, he was brought back today, and all seems good and well, but there's an issue. There's an issue. He was canceled like 5 minutes after he was announced that he was coming back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shocking. And the issue around it is pretty insane. It's pretty insane. I've never seen anything like this. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So get the hell on it, doggone it. Thank you guys for getting us to 100 likes. We made it. We knocked it out of the park. The PPs are swinging in the wind, and hot diggity damn, they're freshly bathed. Get on it, diggity doggone it. First super chat of the night is Billy Hatcher. Oh my God. Here we go, boys. This freaking show is rolling. I had a feeling he wasn't getting fully fired. I knew they were going to have him back on. I'm guessing their agreement with what he said about Kirk didn't seem to mind losing much money on the show. Glad I don't watch ABC at all. Yeah, none of us watch ABC at all because why would we? Because we're not freaking 80 years old. Look, dude, none of us watch cable anymore. We all cut the cord a long time ago. The cord has been cut. There's no reason to watch cable anymore, right? And that's the issue. Now, I don't think it's necessarily Jimmy Kimmel's fault, although he is not funny at all. If even with his same personality 20 years ago, he'd have more viewers because of cable, right? It happens that way for every single, thing that was ever used to being on cable. It doesn't matter what it is. So sports, NASCAR, stuff like that has all dropped in ratings. Now there's reasons for all this. A lot of places and or companies and or organizations did not adapt to streaming culture at all for some reason. Like they just waited till the last second and they kind of missed the train on that. I think NFL probably did the best at it. They were like on that shit immediately. Right. So thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. For the pink boy, Irakias with a red boy. Oh my God, he's on fire. Oh. I mark myself safe from the Trump apocalypse on the H-1B visa. You survived. You survived, Irakias, my swole ass friend. Thank you, brother, for the $100 super chat. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake, and we just started the show. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. Get the hell on it. Diggity doggone. Irakias, Billy Hatcher, a pink and a red on my face, which is my preferred place to have it. So thank you so much. PS2 Chopper 10, get membership. My boy, thank you so much. He's kind of the gifting membership guy on this show. If you haven't noticed, he probably gifted about 800 in the last month. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. Richard says Jimmy Kimmel, more like Jimmy Himmel. Okay, all right, Richard. Okay, chill out. Tristan says, hey, Cody, when's your next race? You will know probably within the next 2 days. Maybe 2 days. You'll know. Thank you, Tristan. I love you. I appreciate you. Go boy in the house, everybody. Get on, dog on it. Appreciate you, brother. Dravian with an orange boy says, take my money, and slaps down the orange boy for the boy. Camelot 331. Man, thank you, Dravian. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. A big fat orange boy for all orange boys around the world. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Shadowcat says, I'm blue. Thank you, Shadowcat. And PS2 Chopper, 20 gifted memberships, getting us to 30 today. Hot diggity damn. Can you feel it? I can feel it in my bones, boys. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. Big shout out for the boy himself. Hot diggity damn. We're almost to 1,000 memberships. We're like this close. If we got 150 today, we'd be there. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right, it's that time again to get into the sauce. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like the stream. And let's start talking about some stuff. let's start talking about some stuff. We might hit the RTU today as well. RTU's been saying some wild stuff lately, probably just because it gets views, and I get it. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to act like I don't get it. I totally get it. When I talk about review tech, I'll have 500 people watching. If I don't talk about review tech, I'll have 300 people watching. Just depends, right? So I get it. But we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna dive into Jimmy Kimmel. We're gonna dive into everything happening right now. We're gonna dive into the memorial for Charlie Kirk, which I think was absolutely beautiful in every way, shape, or form. I thought it was beautiful, man. I'm not a religious guy. I know it was very, very Christian based, which is great. Whatever. But I enjoyed it, and I thought it was beautiful. And obviously, people are melting down on Twitter because that's what they do. They melt down on Twitter. They have navigated from Reddit to Twitter and are completely melting down over things like pyrotechnics, music. Like, people are mad that the Proud to Be American Guy song. People are mad that they used pyrotechnics and had like sparklers on stage to introduce people. Like, what the fuck? You grabbing at straws, aren't you, baby? That's what they're doing. Trump laughed and said he's not as good as a man as Charlie Kirk. He doesn't like his enemies, and he laughed. And they're like, wow, he mocked Charlie Kirk. Like, oh, really? Did he now? He mocked Charlie Kirk. Well, I guess we can't understand a joke. But, I mean, look at how many times people try to cancel me over a joke bit on my podcast. Literally every day there's a new clip of me going, LOL, titties. And they're like, wow, Grandma Watson, Cody's evil. Evil. He said this completely seriously. Daniel Robertson. Do you think Kimmel's situation was on purpose so the left could make it out as if the right was the problem? Oh, yeah. So actually, I'm going to talk about that theory I have. I think the Jimmy Kimmel situation, Daniel, is 100% a marketing PR stunt because his cable late night is dead. No one's watching it. No one gives a flying fuck about any of that shit anymore. Okay? And here's the issue. The best way you can make people care is to cause controversy. And that's exactly what they did. Now, think about it this way. You ever seen a celebrity, like a female celebrity, out of nowhere get weird plastic surgery and then show up in a hot dog outfit somewhere, like screaming some kind of weird statement? And they're like pouring blood on her. And everybody's like, wow, she's crazy. She's completely lost it. Oh, my God. It's all marketing bullshit to get them in the news cycle so they talk about them 24/7. iShowSpeed does the same thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but every day on iShowSpeed's like IRL streams, he gets attacked or somebody says the N-word like every single day, right? It's all bullshit marketing to get them in the news cycle. And I think that's what the Jimmy Kimmel thing was. All right. But there's more to it, apparently. So, gonna have a lot of fun, man. Gonna have a lot of fun. I'm very excited. Very excited. The one with the duck, Mr. Cage, you like it. That's literally from Tom and Jerry, by the way. If you don't remember Tom and Jerry, come on. Yeah. Here we go. Let me go find out. I'm going to show you the tweet. Where is it at? Where is it at? Yes, I tweeted this today. And no, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I said, what radicalized you? And I said, for me, it was Tom and Jerry. This was in Tom and Jerry. This chick with big old hip dips and giant titties. What radicalized you? This is what radicalized me. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this. Let's go down. Let's get you ready. There it is. There it is. Look at them cheekies, boys. My God. All right. Anyways, like the stream, boys. Like the stream. What's up, Yuki? Ooga. Ooga. All right. Okay. Anyways, let's get into the sauce. I know we got some stuff to talk about, guys. We got some stuff to talk about. It's very, very important that we talk about it, or else you will leave the show and not love me anymore. And all I need in life is affirmation. Mainly affirmation. Kind of super chats, mainly affirmation, but mostly super chats with a little affirmation. Oh my God. I have to zoom out just so I can freaking see what I'm doing here. I hate Twitter for this reason. Where are my bookmarks? There's my bookmarks. Okay. Now we'll zoom back in. All right. Oh, and Keith Olbermann's threatening people on Twitter, which is not surprising, to be fair. Not surprising even a little bit. All right, boys. So let's pull it up. Let's talk about Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, my God. What's he doing? What's up, Woden Shut? How you doing, brother? How you doing? You hunting any mouses lately? Get on it, doggone it. What's up? Am I good at trying to fit in with everybody? Yeah, I hope so. All right. So Jimmy Kimmel has been rehired, and everybody's saying it's because Disney lost $4 billion, which, to be fair, $4 billion to Disney is like $8 to me. I'm not really sure what that means. Go Reaver. Dude, they cancel me every day, brother. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Every day, go Reaver. That's how we roll. That's how we roll, son. But at any rate, a statement was immediately released about this from the people that actually own their ABC affiliates. So let's just take a look at it so you guys can see what's going on. So it says, breaking, a spokesperson confirms that Jimmy Kimmel's show will be pulled from the ABC affiliates indefinitely, despite the news of ABC bringing back Kimmel's failed show. So ABC announced they're bringing Jimmy Kimmel back. Now, I got to preface this with something because I don't want you guys to think I'm crazy or anything. I don't have an opinion on Jimmy Kimmel. I've never watched Jimmy Kimmel other than the Man Show. I didn't really care. I was more of an Adam Carolla fan. When Jimmy Kimmel got on late night and started crying when Trump won, I immediately thought he was lame and I never watched him. Now, would I have ever watched him to begin with? Probably not. But if you're crying because Trump won, you're probably mentally unwell. Or you're being paid a lot to try to push a narrative. And to be fair, if you gave me $100 million, I would also cry if Trump won. Just letting you know. I got a price tag, baby. What's up? But Jimmy Kimmel cries because of that. And I thought that was weird. That was years ago. That's kind of the last time I thought of Jimmy Kimmel, right? Is the weird, like, he talked about his daughter when Trump won and he started crying. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Shut your mouth. So here we are now, modern day. Jimmy Kimmel makes a statement about the person that assassinated Charlie Kirk was totally MAGA and not anything else, even though 100% of the evidence points the complete opposite direction and has been proven and concluded by the people investigating it that it is in that direction. Now, Jimmy Kimmel completely ignores all this and just lies before even getting to his joke. That's why he was apparently pulled off the air. Again, you know, that's ignoring the fact that it's probably a PR stunt. Now, it was announced today that Jimmy Kimmel was coming back, boys. Woo! He's coming back. Now, does this have anything to do with somebody going and shooting bullets at the ABC headquarters? Are we caving to terrorists now? Is that what we're doing? Are you saying that the terrorist won? All you got to do is shoot a few bullets into something and suddenly they're gonna listen to your demands? That's kind of weird and lame. But I digress. It was announced that he's coming back today, and everybody that's trying to play sides and trying to get W's on their side are freaking out. Hell yeah. All these people that have never watched Jimmy Kimmel a day in their life but were angry he got pulled off the air are suddenly celebrating, and they also will not be watching now anyway. You know, it's the kind of people that are always angry, but they don't even buy the product that they're trying to shout out. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that are making the product cave to them, and then their product dies because the people they cave to didn't even buy it in the first place. You know, like putting like a tiny little girl in a video game with an ugly face for some real weird reason, and then she can just kick everybody's ass. It's never that great. No one cares. So, anyways, so here's what goes on. So he says that he gets pulled, he gets back, and then the actual people that own the ABC affiliate said, no, go fuck yourself. We're still not going to air Jimmy Kimmel. So we're in this weird ass tug of war between ABC and Sinclair that is currently ongoing, and it's kind of fun to watch. It's kind of fun to watch. I'm excited for it. I'm having a good time. You know? You want to see the exact quotes, Helena, of what Jimmy Kimmel said the other day? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I can pull it up. What I said was very close, but I'll give you the exact quotes. Exactly did Jimmy Kimmel say? Let's get the actual quote. It's hard to find the actual quote when you're on a news site. They'll always try to paraphrase it to make it look, you know, either whichever way they're trying to spin it, right? So, here was his quote. Where is it at? This is where is it? That is not the correct quote at all. What is this quote? The fuck is this quote? This quote says I pulled up the quote and it's not the quote. It's completely different. This must be something different completely. Let me go back. Let me find the actual quote. That was like not even remotely the same. It must have been a different episode of his show. Let's see. All right, here's what he said. Oh, hey, I found it. Wow, can you believe it? All right, here it is. Here is the quote itself that you can't even see. Let's zoom in so you can read it. So this is the quote. It says, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang, desperately trying to characterize the kid who killed or who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it." So that is what he said previously. This is not a leading up to a joke, by the way. This is just a political statement. Now, he implies right here with this sentence that the person that murdered Charlie Kirk was MAGA. That's why he was removed. Or that's why the Sinclair and ABC claims he was removed. Because he literally just outright lied. Like 100% lied. And now that's fine. I mean, you can, I guess, lie. Who cares, right? But that's what he was implying. Helena says you disagree. Well, explain why you disagree then. Because that's very important. Because that's all I'm reading from this. They're trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, which is a MAGA. Therefore, he's claiming that the kid was a MAGA. Right? Am I crazy? Am I insane? Richard, shut your mouth, Richard. You shut your mouth, Richard. All right. One of them. Gooble, gobble, gooble, gobble. All right. Anyways, so there's the quote. That's what got him yeeted from the program. So now people are claiming that it was, Trump like trying to get him fired, which kind of fell apart today when ABC brought him back, right? You should buy that PRS with you. No, I don't want no PRS. I like PRSs though; they're great guitars. I actually really think PRSs are some of the best guitars. I just prefer ESP. And if I'm going to spend $3,000, it's going to be an ESP. It's not going to be anything else, right? If I had $1 million, maybe. But if I only have $20,000 and 3 of it's going to a guitar, it'll be an ESP every time. All right. Anyways, so that was the quote. So let's look at what's going on. Okay, let's look at what's going on now. Okay. Let's pull up Helena's because Helena's talking about it. Hold on. By the way, Ashley, I love you. Cheekies. Thank you, baby. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend and did not click on this immediately. I love you. I love you, Ashley. Thank you. We are now almost halfway to Naked Snake. Look how fast we got there. Jesus, crazy. We might actually have to not worry about the snake streak today. Might freaking blow through it. All right, so let's pull up Helena's. Helena says he was making a comment that they are not going to ever allow the possibility that he could be right-wing and just hated Kurt because it would be impossible for him to not be on the left. Well, that's kind of the same thing, right? So they're never going to allow the possibility that he could be right-wing. But the people investigating it, the actual, like the police force that investigated it, plus the overarching police force, plus the governor all said that he was radicalized by leftism when they went through all of his messages, talked to all of his family members, all of his friends, even his boyfriend/girlfriend. I'm not trying to fuck up here. I don't remember. So that's 100% where the evidence points. So to suggest that it's not is just a lie. Unless we're to assume that all of the evidence is fake, right? So yeah. Anyways, thank you, Helena. Richard says, I don't really agree with it. I don't ever know when you're trolling, my friend. He says, I don't really agree with what he said, but how can you praise free speech while simultaneously stopping on it? I don't think it's a free speech thing when your company fires you, right? Because it always goes back to the same saying, private organizations can do whatever they like. Freedom of speech is more of a government protecting you from getting arrested for your speech, right? But also, I don't really care when it happens to Jimmy Kimmel because I don't really care about Jimmy Kimmel, right? I'm not going to pretend like I'm offended. It's Jimmy Kimmel. I don't watch him, nor do I really care what happens to... I don't care what happens to celebrities, to be fair. I know that's like a spicy take, but I don't care about celebrities. Celebrities can eat my ass. I've never cared. Oh my gosh, it's Michael Maroots. Welcome back, my bro. Bro, I was up at 5 a.m. fucking messaging people and emailing people, trying to get you hooked back up because I know how much the shit means to you. By the way, you guys, if you did not know, my boy Michael Maroots had his channel hacked and then he got it back and then it was deleted for some reason, probably because YouTube works really slowly. So they were like, oh, we're going to kill his ass. And I know his channel means a lot to him. I see it in his eyes because I feel the same way, right, about my channel. But I see it in his eyes. He enjoys what he's doing. He really likes having a community. I get it, right? And he's at that point where he's almost to 100K. You know, that's the point where you're freaking. I was there, man. I remember. So it like broke my heart to see his channel get yeeted. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like that would kill my ass. It would kill me. Like back in the day. Nowadays, I just go work at Target. Fuck it. But at any rate, okay. I'm glad you're back. I hope everything worked. I hope I had some kind of help. I was spamming everybody. I spammed literally so many large YouTubers that I'm friends with. I went to the DMs. I was like, bro, please retweet this. Help this guy. So I don't know if it helped, but I hope it did. I appreciate you coming in and saying, hey. All right. Appreciate you, dude. Anyways. Let's see what Helena says. Where'd you go, Helena? Fuck. Helena. And that deserves him being canceled and justified as demonized and leftist. Maybe he was a radical moderate. And that deserves him being canceled and justified as demonizing leftists. You talking about Jimmy Kimmel? I don't think leftists should be demonized. I think leftists that act insane online should be probably. I mean, you got to think about it. Like people have been demonized for being conservatives for the last 15 years. It was at a point. I know a lot of people don't realize this because they don't have the perspective, maybe because they're not on the right or maybe whatever. But you could literally say you were a Christian 10 years ago and get fired from your job. There are celebrities that lost roles because they wouldn't denounce Trump on a talk show. They're like, oh, I don't really actually, play both sides. Tim Allen said that on a talk show and lost his TV show. Right? Just for saying he doesn't play both. He doesn't play that game. He just does what he does. Right? So, like, people are taking advantage of that and, like, just destroying everybody on the left. It's kind of like they feel like they're owed it, The fuck is what is a radical moderate? I'm very angrily, totally not interested in any of this. Helena says Trump hijacked the memorial for his own gain and made it a pseudo rally. Maybe a little bit, yeah, but that's probably what Charlie Kirk would have wanted. For me, I'm not really super heavily involved, but I thought the memorial was absolutely beautiful in every way, shape, and form. And I think people that didn't find it beautiful are people looking for something to be angry about and looking for some because they're trying. It's a politic thing. It's not a politic thing for me. When his wife went up on stage, I was like wiping tears for like 25 minutes. Right now, how anybody can't have that reaction because the person may be different politically to you is insane to me. Right? Absolutely insane. I doubt I align with Charlie Kirk's wife on almost any issue at all. You know what I'm saying? And my ass was losing it. Okay, so people like posting pictures of her crying and being like, "Oh, she's such a." I hear like, what the fuck are wrong with you people? Holy shit! Just don't say anything, But you get what I'm saying. PS2 Chopper with 10 gifted memberships. Oh my God, give him some love. I love you. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. We're at 40. 40. Get on it. Doggone it. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. Everybody give him some love. Shadow Cat says the left always themselves said freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. They're just mad they're held to a standard they created. Yeah, sure. I don't disagree with that at all. I don't necessarily think people should be yeeted from whatever unless they're calling for violence. And that's just happening a lot lately with Hassan and Destiny. They're openly calling for that shit. And calling the memorial service indistinguishable from a Nazi rally is gross. Like, fuck off, bro. I know you're wanting to get some likes and cause some drama. I totally understand. But pick something else. Charles Salmon says GameStop needs to sponsor NASCAR. Their loss. Shit. Thank you, Charles. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, brother. Richard says Charlie Kirk's memorial should have someone on the left speak, preferably. Okay. You fucking with me now. All right, brother. You got to stop fucking with me. Preferably Hassan Piker. Yeah, okay. All right. He would have done it too if they would have wanted him to. And he would have got up there and said the craziest shit possible just so he could be famous. More famous. Go Reaver says, when does MAGA demonize the left? They do it themselves. Yeah, dude, I don't disagree, man. What's up? Thank you, Go. I love you. Rakin says, I guess I'm a Nazi. Yeah, Rakin was there. Where'd you go? Rakin says, I guess I'm a Nazi now since I went to the rally. Yeah, well, too bad, bro. You done goofed. You done goofed, sir. All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your love and support. We are 280 from Naked Snake. Oh my God. So at any rate, that's what happened. So Jimmy Kimmel is coming back. He's coming back. But what's the caveat? Zombies, my boy, says it's no secret I'm left-leaning and I hated the man, but he did not deserve what happened, nor did his family. His poor family having to see such horrible things to a family member is horrific. I agree. I mean, the issue with when I talk about it is I'm generally a little right-leaning nowadays, just a little, right? But the issue is if you're not overtly like all the way on the left, people on the left will demonize you for that, right? Whereas conservatives don't really do that. I never get demonized by conservatives for being pro-choice, ever. They'll ask me why, and I'll explain why, and they're like, oh, okay, well, here's why I disagree. And then we'll keep drinking beer together. No one cares, right? But if I say I'm pro-choice to a person on the left, they're like, hell yeah, great. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't think like a 6'5" man should be playing rugby with tiny women, just because he's trans. Then they're like, wow, you're Nazi and you deserve to be killed immediately. And I'm like, okay, can we have some fucking nuance here? All right, thank you, zombies. There's a lot of normal ass people on the left. So like, it's just, they're really loud online when they're not, So at any rate, let's go to this tab and let's talk about what's going on. Oh my God. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. We got 300 people watching. Oh my God. I'm as famous as Maroots. I finally made it to Maroots' level. All right. So it says, beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be preempting Jimmy Kimmel Live across our ABC affiliates stations and replacing it with news programming. Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's possible return. What's up, laughing man? How you doing, brother? Sources tell me that the network wants Jimmy to apologize to Erica Kirk for maliciously lying about Charlie Kirk's murder. Listen, I'm going to preface this real quick because I'm going to have a kind of a take here. You guys ready for my take, Helena? I don't really give a fuck if he comes back or not. I don't really care. I'm sorry. Now, I would care less of a fuck if he did apologize on camera to Erica Kirk. I would be like, based. To be fair, and I gotta say this, I don't really care if he comes back or not. Like, if he comes back, that's great, whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it. But if he apologized to Erica Kirk, I'd be like, based. I still wouldn't watch it. But I'd be like, hey, cool. That's basically my reaction. Oh, cool. The apology wouldn't be. Oh, of course it wouldn't. Let's talk about that for just 2 seconds, right? Jimmy Kimmel has been a celebrity his entire life. Jimmy Kimmel lives in an ivory tower. He's worth over $100 million. He probably has no empathy and doesn't give a fuck about normal people at all. As much as he claims he does and cries on camera, he doesn't. I'm sorry. He doesn't have that ability, because if he did, he wouldn't have $100 million, right? If he actually felt that way, he'd be giving his money to everybody. He'd keep $10 million for himself and give it all away and be like, I just want to help everybody. No, he just stands in front of a camera and makes political statements and grabs money, right? He don't give a fuck, all right? And I probably wouldn't either. If I have lived in a mansion for the last 40 years, I would probably not give a fuck, right? I'm just trying to put myself in that perspective, Anyways. Helena says, I care about the First Amendment. I do too. But the First Amendment is only for protection against the government, not from companies. Right? The First Amendment doesn't have anything in the Constitution about ABC like being beholden to the government's Constitution, Charles Sampson says, remember to donate to Cody's fundraiser. Oh, yeah. Let me pull that up, dude. I appreciate that, brother. I forgot. Look at this. All right, here it is. Let's hit this real quick since Charles super chatted. I love you, baby. This is my fundraiser for the last. Well, actually, there's more. There's more now, but there's more now. Here's the link to it. Please give your boy a look-see. You can donate directly on there to help my travel funds. If I make this amount right here, if I hit the number, I am good to go 100%, and I don't have to worry about anything. So consider giving to your boy just a hair if you want to. If not, just give me a kiss and tell me everything's going to be all right. I know Charles has been dropping on it every stream, and I know Ashley has too. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's because of you guys we've gotten this far, so I really appreciate your support. You guys are goated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, one hair. Just one little hair, please. So, anyways, so Sinclair is pushing back against the return of Jimmy Kimmel. Okay? So Sinclair actually has an official statement about this that we're going to bring up right now. So you guys can see the statement. All right. Anyways, thank you, Charles. I love you, Charles. Big kiss on the papee, brother. Big kiss on the papee, brother. All right, I gotta turn my heater off. I'm freaking kiss. I mean, I'm burning alive here. We all can help. We all can help. Yes, yes, yes. Cecil, did you finally remember how to raid? Finally, with all your juicy viewers, send me the link. What the hell you want the link for? You want to come in here and get me canceled? That's what you want to do. Sinclair said, beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be preempting Jimmy Kimmel Live across our ABC affiliate stations and replacing it with news programming. For those that don't know, preempting Jimmy Kimmel means they will not be airing Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know why they don't just say that, but whatever. It's obviously a term used in the industry that a lot of people don't understand. So they're completely pushing back against Jimmy Kimmel coming at all. You know what I'm saying? Completely pushing back. And, you know, these same things happened to Roseanne Barr and they didn't come back. They didn't push back, which is kind of weird, right? This person says, I'd rather watch a close-up of someone's butthole opening and closing for an hour than Jimmy Kimmel. God, Jesus, my Christ. Oh, my gosh, boys. Whew. Cecil had massive viewers earlier and didn't rate me. That's what Cecil does, bro. I rated Cecil literally Saturday with like 400 people. He hates me. He hates me. It's just it's a visceral hate that he can't get past. Molly says, I know I'm late to the party. Has the cancel culture bullshit actually taken you out of driving NASCAR? Your boy can't keep up with everything. No. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. The people doing it probably think it has, but no. I just don't announce anything I'm doing anymore. Because the reason I don't is because I get a lot of death threats. But I've been informed those death threats aren't real by the people making them. So it's totally fine. It's funny because the people likely that are sending death threats are the people in my replies claiming the death threats aren't real, which is the funniest shit in the world. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? But I've been instructed to not really announce what I'm doing, just so people don't have a lot of prep to like fly across the country and try to kill me. Right. In light of everything that's happened with Charlie Kirk, a lot of these behind the scenes things are happening with security and stuff in every organization on earth. And they're like, yeah, just don't talk about it until like you're there. You know, so people don't have a week or two to prepare to fly across the country and try to kill your ass. And I'm like, all right, cool, I got you. So, but no, I am racing very, very soon, actually. Thank you, Maldi. I appreciate you, baby. And I already have my plans next year almost completely lined out, so it'll be fun. All right, let's continue. So, Jimmy Kimmel's coming back, apparently. But also, he's not coming back. So, there's still going to be 30, I think, affiliate stations running him. And those 30 affiliate stations are not going to be able to take care of his viewership that was dead, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. We're all Jimmy Kimmel. We're all Jimmy Kimmel. All right. Is this today? No. Nope. Here's our other affiliate. Based. And yeah, you can see this right here. You can see Jimmy Kimmel's ratings. You know, like, again, I gotta be completely transparent with y'all. I'm not super passionate about Jimmy Kimmel or celebrities in general. But if I'm a business owner, I couldn't imagine why you would have a show pulling in less viewership than Tim Pool does on a show. Like, why would you have that show? Right? If you really want to give him an opportunity to speak or do whatever he's going to do, just start a podcast that no one will watch, because like establishment celebrities don't matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Establishment celebrities aren't that interesting, and they're competing now. They actually have to compete with YouTubers that are interesting. You know what I'm saying? They have to compete with YouTubers who are interesting, and that's really muffing everything up. because they used to just give you the entertainment that you're supposed to watch. Now they have to compete with all these YouTubers who got famous literally for their personality. All the YouTubers you watch, generally speaking, got famous, and I'm using famous in quotes here, okay? Every YouTuber you know that you watch that is any fame at all got there because of their personality. Not because they knew a guy that worked at this studio in LA that got you a job, okay? So you're competing with real funny, like, personality people. And you may not be that guy. And this is why a lot of celebrities, okay, will start a podcast and fail abysmally. There's this guy I used to watch on MTV 20 years ago, or VH1. And he was all right. I didn't really like him that much, but I liked his guest that he would bring on, because he would bring on like you know, Ozzy Osbourne and all these, and I enjoyed that. Well, he started a YouTube channel and no one is watching it because he's not interesting. He's just not interesting. He's not funny. He's kind of dry and annoying. And in this spectrum, you're not going to make it. You have to have either the best content possible, like documentary style, or be funny and charming, I guess. And I am charming. I've been told this by Cecil in the dark at 3 a.m. Sinclair, do not Kimmel. I'm going to come. Do not come, Kimmel. I'm not going to come. Thank you, Richard. Love you, dude. PS2 Chopper with 10 more gifted memberships. Oh, my God. We're up to 50. 50. Thank you, brother. The lollipop. Rob. He says, had the ideas conversations with my buddy's gay uncle. He called Charlie's ideas bullshit. I made it very clear I don't call your ideas bullshit, and you don't call my ideas bullshit, and definitely not Charlie's. It's just ideas. Yeah. That's the one thing, man. If I'm talking to somebody and they say the craziest, most radical shit possible, I don't go, wow, you're such a dumbass, I hate you. I just say, okay, interesting. Like, explain to me why you think that, and like, why, you know what I'm saying? That's how I like to talk about stuff. But a lot of people are just so emotionally engaged, they just can't fucking not. They'll like get viscerally mad over stupid shit like that. Thank you, Rob. But we are officially halfway to Nega Snake. Hot diggity damn. Even Cecil's joining the snake today. Damn, Cecil's going on. That's how you know times are good, when Cecil super chats. Thank you, brother. Cecil says, I learned how to raid, specifically to raid your channel. Into my stream, picked up my phone, saw your text, asked for a raid, facepalm, 1,000 apologies, my friend. Wow! I was trying to tell you in your chat, but you don't read your chat either. So I was like, oh, fuck it. It's all right. See, I just want one, right? Okay, and here's why. I'm like jaded, because I raid people every single night with a decent viewership, 300 to 400. Every night I raid people. I'll raid John Malin. I love John. I raid everybody. And I raid small channels, big channels, doesn't matter. And I'm like, this is so nice. I never get raided. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Shizzy Wizzy raids me all the time. Other than Shizzy Wizzy, ain't nobody doing it. And I know I'm probably missing one or two people that have, but you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So I'm like, well, I wish one of my friends would raid my house. Hypnotics raided me once. And he's the GOAT. So thank you. Trevor Bruce, I love you, says Shane Davis is gay. What? Shane's not even here, man. Amateur says, imagine you finally land a job at a company with manufacturing. Might have won like GMC, and now you have to compete with people who's been sitting around playing on TikTok or YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much, Amateur. I love you, dude, for your gold boy. We're coming in strong with the gold boys today. The gold boys are lifting us up higher. Can you take me higher? Fly me over yesterday. Love me some Ted Nugent hair metal. What's up? All right. Anyways, Amateur. Cecil said he wants the link, so we got to send Cecil the link. Cecil wants the link, everybody. We got to get Cecil in here to get me canceled immediately. Hold on. Let's see. Where's my stuff? All right. Damn, dude. I'm trying to navigate. My computer is acting really strange. I'm in my studio with my computer. It's my old computer. And where did it go? Where's Cecil at? And it's not an old computer or anything. It's still pretty good. It's just for some reason I have to restart it once in a while, and I haven't. And it gets really crawly if I don't do that. Send Cecil some charity. He needs it. I'm trying to send Cecil some love right now. All right, Amateur. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, brother. But if you look at Jimmy Kimmel's decline of his ratings, this probably goes hand in hand with culture changing and cable networks changing and people aging out, right? Because the demographics 18 to 49, Jimmy Kimmel's only pulling in 120,000 viewers in that demographic, which is abhorrent, completely abhorrent, right? There are people pulling in like 20 million. Charlie Kirk's memorial had over 100 million streams. 100 million streams. That's like almost as big as the Super Bowl, if not bigger, right? I'm not going to pretend like I know the Super Bowl ratings, but you get what I'm saying. What's up, Girth Brooks? The fuck? Girth Brooks! I'm dead, dude. Fucking dead, dude. But you get what I'm saying. So that's how the cake is being sliced right now. You know what I'm saying? All right. Here we go. Anyways, so get on it, diggity dog on it. Thank you, amateur. I appreciate you. Ben Ryder says, Cecil, show Camelot what you're looking at on Jack. Let me guess. It's tiny little people with giant boobies. I know what he likes. Thank you, Ben Ryder. Dark Cloud, as members of MAGA, as my brothers and sisters, we need to rise up and stay strong. Yes. Hell yes. Praise Dale. Raise hell, son. Get on it. Diggity dog on it, boys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at this. We're crawling so fast towards Naked Snake. It's crazy. We're slithering towards the goal. Slithering, I tell you. All right. Let's continue. Oh my gosh, somebody dropped on the PayPal. Holy balls, boys. I can't believe this. This is the most PayPal support I've gotten in like the last freaking 2 weeks. Almost $100 today. Wow, you guys are goats. You're goats, I tell you. Thank you guys so much for all your love. If I hit this number, the year is secured, and we're so damn close. So thank you guys. There's the link right there. I really appreciate you. Swift kiss on your faces. You guys are awesome. It's been really nice to see the support because, man, people hate my ass. They hate my ass. You know, so it's been nice to see. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really, really do. All right. Anyways, so Sinclair is currently in talks with they're aiming to not show Jimmy Kimmel at all, which like I said, I'm not really very passionate about, but I don't mind either. But people are acting like it's a direct attack on them. And here's the only thing that kind of bothers me about it. Because keep in mind, he celebrated when Roseanne got canceled. Jimmy Kimmel himself, the same network, by the way, canceled Roseanne Barr. He celebrated it. So where is the First Amendment right for Roseanne Barr? Well, here's the issue. She said this in 2018. I think it was 2018. And that was in a time where you weren't allowed to be a conservative. Not in the culture, right? Not in normal culture on entertainment. You weren't allowed to be a conservative. So he celebrated that shit. And that happens, right? And I don't necessarily agree, like, it sucks, but ultimately it's a network's decision, right? So, but there was a weird narrative that Trump called them personally and was like, fire him right now, which isn't true, obviously, because he's back. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. He's kind of back, right? So it's been very, very interesting. But at any rate, the only thing that's really frustrating about it is people that are angry about this are people that have never watched Jimmy Kimmel, nor plan to, nor will watch him when he comes back. I have no doubt in my mind he will not come back in a normal. He'll come back and have a slightly bump in viewership, which is why I think this was probably all predetermined. It was all kind of a what's the word? A pre-planned thing. Does that make sense? So at any rate, you guys get what I'm saying. I think it's a little weird, right? That's like me crying over, let's say, I'm trying to think of a celebrity. It's hard to say. I can't think of a celebrity that I would. That's like me being sad because James Corden got canceled. I don't watch James Corden, and I don't plan to. I wouldn't care. And that's why I'm not really super on one side or the other on this whole situation, because I didn't watch Jimmy Kimmel either. And it would be a lie for me to be like, oh, woe is me. Or yay. You know? I think most of all, the thing I take from it is it's just sheer entertainment, you know? Oof. So people like Jimmy are a blight on humanity. A blight on humanity, I tell you. Yeah, I reckon exactly. Because they're going to want to see how he responds, right? Oh, wow. I actually got a notification when Cecil joined. That's a new thing on StreamYard. It like popped up on the top of the screen, so Cecil joined. All right, let me put my headset on for the Cease. Cecil has arrived, everybody. We're 220 from Naked Snake, and we're adding Cecil to the mix, boys. Let's get on it, doggone it. How you doing, Cease?
I'm a jerk off, man. Dude, you know that feeling when you're like, fuck, and you can't undo it. I was like, I was like, okay, I got it set up. I know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Totally just fucking ended the stream. I was kind of juggling. I had a big stream tonight because I took over King, which makes this whole thing worse because I couldn't fucking brought over. But I did just tweet out and put a post that I'm coming over here and come over to Camelot. So hopefully get a couple more people. But yeah, I'm a jerk off. It won't happen again.
How dare you?
Because once you get that feeling, like I want to avoid that of like, fuck.
No, dude, you don't have to worry about it. I don't care. Like I thought it was funny.
Right thing to do. It's considerate. It's not. It's just. I'm being a jerk off. That's all.
No, it's funny though, because it does. You did learn. It was it more complicated than you thought it was going to be? Like how to?
No, it was not that bad.
Yeah, it's like you just click edit and go to customization.
Yeah. It should be a lot easier though.
It should just be
a button. It should be just a button and shows available, streams, but they make you dig around for a little bit.
I think they should add a button right beside edit on your YouTube studio that says raid or redirect right there.
It. Yeah.
Because then everybody would likely do it. But it's
a handful of steps that are it's stupid. It should just be an obvious button.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
whatever. All right, I got it.
We've had a kick-ass show today. We got a bunch of people hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. We're shitting on Jimmy Kimmel a little, so we're having a good time.
Yeah, it's such a joke. First of all, the whole thing with Roseanne. Let me pull up. I have the actual picture that Roseanne. I believe her. She said the girl looks like the girl from the Planet of the Apes, and then they're like, "Oh, she's black. You can't say that." Blah blah blah. Canceled. And she's like, "I didn't know she was black. I knew Valerie Jarrett for years in politics. I had no idea either. Like, I believe her. She was raised in Iran. She's slightly tan. And I was like, oh, she's Iranian. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
When she says, I don't know. And here's the thing. She actually does look exactly like the fucking chick from Planet of the Apes. It wasn't a black thing. It wasn't like a racial. It was like she looks like her for real.
But you got to think about that for a moment, right? Like, that's like if you're like a prominent person and you're like, man, this person looks like Sloth from the Goonies. That's probably going to be seen as bad.
Yeah, but they called her a racist and destroyed her.
Right. Yeah.
But really what they did is they destroyed her for publicly supporting Trump, who had just, won the year before. They were still mad. That was just her punishment from Hollywood for being a Trump supporter. That's all that was. That was, and all those cocksuckers on her fucking staff, John Goodman and fucking whatever, Sarah, Darlene, whatever the fuck her name is, all of those pieces of shit, every one of them should have stood up and been like, this lady's not a rape. But no, they wanted their paycheck, and she gave them a career. Nobody would know who the fuck John Goodman was. John Goodman was the coach from fucking Revenge of the Nerds and a couple of fucking commercials. He was nobody. She made him. And you think he'd be like, I ain't doing this without her. No. They're all fucking cowardly cocksuckers.
It's wild too, because you see this in every industry. Like, so for example, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I was tweeting about this, like, as it happened. And every tweet I posted got like 10,000 likes all day. It was crazy. And I got like 2,000 followers on Twitter, and people were like reverberating and said, like, hell yeah, like, this is fucked up. And lo and behold, like, a couple people like within the racing community was like reaching out to me, and they're like, people are really pissed at you right now, like, because you're like, your Twitter and you're blowing up. I'm like, yeah, well, and they're terrified that they're going to get in trouble for even being my friend. And I'm like, well, I mean, you can fucking not, it's fine.
Unfollow me.
Yeah, I'm not.
Imagine how much more conservative is than the fucking NASCAR audience, and they're worried about fucking.
Well, they're worried about like this 0.5% of people that are online that are fucking loud. That's what they're worried about. Like, if you go into the garage or talk to anybody, like, they're all on the same page. And that I'm not saying they should be. I'm just saying that's kind of like the culture it's in.
Yeah, they're cowards. Like, if not now, when? Just stand up. Fuck them.
Well, now that, to be fair, there are some teams that I've worked with in the past that literally message me and they're like, "We are 100% on board with you. Fuck them." And I'm like,
Good.
Hey.
Good.
So it works out. You know, there's some really good
Yeah.
people that don't really give a damn, and there's people that are not even politically aligned with me, and they're like, "Hell yeah, I'm still with you, bro." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." They don't care, right? So Helena says with a $10 super chat, they should have canceled him later in the season. It's all optics. I didn't think he was entertaining either, but corporate knew controversy would explode their viewership. I agree.
They've been waiting. They've been waiting to get. Nobody. He's not worth it. Like he had worse fucking numbers than Colbert, who just got fired for fucking bad numbers. He was losing 40 million a year. What do you think Kimmel's losing them? More.
Yeah, and I thought so. Here's my theories. My theory is A, the one you just said, they were just looking for a reason, or B, they're doing the 101 marketing thing, creating a controversy to get a bump in numbers.
No, they're not this smart, and they couldn't be on the fly about this. But they will end up having a bump in his ratings. But he's a dog. Like, they wanted to cut him loose. He is nobody watches that show. When they came out with between 18 and 49, 129,000 people watch. There are channels we know that get more than that. It's fucking on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's this is a major network in every home of 350 million people, and you got 129,000. That is fucking pathetic. And yeah, these affiliates are like, I don't want to carry it. I can't sell ad space, and I could just run Columbo and make it. And it's easier for me to sell that ad space than it is for fucking Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep, 100%. I agree, and it's just. When you have YouTubers that their streams get triple the numbers, their daily streams, like Tim Pool's streams, I think get triple or quadruple his numbers every single day after his streams post.
Yeah, and that's out of his house.
Yeah.
This guy has probably a staff of 200 people plus the studio. Plus, forget it, millions and millions. It's pathetic.
Yeah, 100%.
It's unwatchable shit. Nobody watches it. When was all these celebrities? Oh my god, it got. Yeah, when was the last time you watched it? Like, honestly, when was the last time anybody fucking? I've never watched that thing.
I've never watched it. Yeah.
Has anybody in your entire life said to you, "Yo, did you watch Jimmy Kimmel last night?"
No, and that's the thing is,
how many thousands of people do you know between the internet and has anybody ever uttered that sentence to you? He's been on the air for 20 fucking years. No one has ever said to me, "Did you watch Jimmy Kimmel last night?" Not once.
Yeah.
Never.
And they used to. I remember I remember growing up and
the Man Show. Yeah.
The Man Show, or I remember going to school and they'd be like, "Dude, every kid runs up to me. Did you watch Dragon Ball Z last night?" And we're all like, "Yeah, dude." Like a fucking 20 kid. Yeah, dude. We were all sitting there at 4:30 waiting with a bowl of cereal to watch this shit. And that's a completely different thing now. Whereas, you know,
when I was a kid, people would ask, "Did you see Carson or Letterman?" Or they would ask, "Did you see Saturday Night Live?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Saturday Night Live was big. It had all those, Chris Farley and all. It had a big, good cast and stuff. So people would be like, "Oh, did you see it?" Even when Eddie Murphy, when was younger than that, people would ask. In my entire life, no one's ever said to me, "Have you seen Colbert? Have you seen Kimmel? Have you seen Fallon?" Never. No one's ever asked me. I don't know anybody who watches it. I don't know anybody who knows anybody who watches it. It's like these are ghost shows that have been kept alive to just push propaganda.
Yeah, 100%. Chris Benoit says, "Very hard week for me. Charlie and I are much alike. Both loving fathers that got taken out too early. Don't worry, I'm taking care of him up here."
Chris Benoit.
A little too soon there, Chris Benoit. A little too soon, my friend. Darth Danger Zone says, "Would rather watch reruns of the Cosby Show or Golden Girls than Jimmy Kimmel."
Poor taste. Me too. Poor taste, even for Chris Benoit.
Yeah, even for Chris Benoit, very bad taste. No, I agree with you. Now, to be fair, the Golden Girls is fucking goated. So. Love me some
Golden Girls was great, yeah, man.
I used to watch it with my grandma. She'd eat peppers and drink Natty Lights and just watch it all night. My grandma would load up like 10 Natty Lights and eat peppers, and I would just watch it with her, and then she would black the hell out. It's crazy.
Actually, people used to ask, "Did you see Conan?" Because he used to do some crazy shit on that show, especially if he had Triumph on, or I remember when there was the Spider-Man musical on Broadway. Do you guys remember that years ago? And they had like this elaborate setup in the theater with like wires, and they shattered like the fucking arms and legs of all the actors. They kept having to replace before the show even got started. Everybody was getting broken legs and like so he would do like he would have them come out. It's like the cast of Spider-Man's here, and it'd be like Doc Ock coming out, and all his arms would be in casts.
No, my favorite one ever was the Civil War reenactment. Like Conan went to a Civil War reenactment, and it was the funniest shit I'd ever seen in my life. I still watch that once in a while when I'm just chilling. I'll just top it up, watch it.
Yeah, Conan had some crazy. Like people have said, "Did you see Conan?" No one has ever said, "Did you see Jimmy Kimmel last night?" Ever, not one time.
I think it's because Conan O'Brien's actually quippy and funny, whereas Jimmy Kimmel is not, and Colbert is not even remotely funny.
No.
Neither is really Jimmy Fallon. I think Jimmy Fallon's a little bit more funny than both of those, but Conan's like a legit funny motherfucker.
I hate Ethan posted this. So here, you tell me the truth. Now she said a statement. That girl looks like the girl from Planet Apes. They're like, you're a racist. But what if she actually does? Like,
she kind of does. Yeah, she looks like that.
She does. Like,
I have to point this out real quick. I actually, when I watched Planet of the Apes, I had a crush on that lady, the ape lady. When I was younger.
The original?
Yeah, this one right here. I remember having a crush on that lady.
But I'm saying, like, she made that joke. She's a professional comic. She made an observation that was true, and then they're like, "Oh, you supported Trump. You meant that in a racist way." She definitely did not, and everybody knows it because if you look at them, they're like, "No, she actually does," and nobody knew this woman was black. I know also because I followed politics. And I didn't even know that. Yeah. Like, it was like a fucking gotcha. It was bullshit. And they all fucking cheered her getting fired and called her racist. And because why? She had the wrong politics.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Una Vince Must says, you might think everyone hates you right now, but there are many people supporting you. Remember, leftist rule number 1 for radicals. Power is not only what you have, but what Emmy thinks you have. Thank you, Una Maris. I appreciate it. Oh, Una Vince Must. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. There's 99% of people are supporting and the 1% of people are not, and they're the loudest, and that's sometimes gets to you. That's why you need to go get involved. Like if you're a stand-up comic and you think everybody hates you, go to a club, do your thing, and everybody cheers, and you're like, oh, okay, never mind. That the internet's not real, right? Thank you, Una Vince Must, for your $20. Super chat. I appreciate you. Matt Amos says no one beats the GOAT, Craig Ferguson. I still watch his interviews. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. Coming in strong with it. Gold boy. Yeah, I like Craig Ferguson too. Oh my gosh, I burped. All right, thank you. Stop bourbon. David says Cecil was the masturbating bear on Conan's show.
Right. Like I know that reference because it was good. He had the fucking masturbating bear would come out.
Yeah, dude. It was wild as hell. But at any rate, at least he's coming back, right? I just don't know how they're gonna react with Sinclair not.
And there'll be a few days of a bump, and then people will go back to normal. And realize we just wanted him back because he's on our side. We're not actually going to watch it. It's the same shit that happened in comic books when they started making all the characters gay, and they would million articles. Oh my God, this is great. Oh, this is great. New York Times would write an article about it, and it's like, are you going to buy it? It's like, no, none of them bought it. They just wrote about how great and brave it was, but no one bought it. Like, yeah, it's great. Are you going to watch him now? No, we're not going to watch Jimmy Kimmel. We'll get the fuck out of here. Like, it's all bullshit.
Yep, 100%. Yep. And yeah, like you said, I mean, the weirdest thing for me is people that never watched it being offended the most. And I'm like, come on, dude. You know, it reminds me of people that are angry at video games or movies because they showed a girl's cleavage and she's blonde. And they're like, hot women shouldn't be in these movies. They need to represent more people. And then they do it and no one watches it because those people weren't going to watch anyway.
Right.
Yeah, they don't care. No one cares. And I'm all for it. I'm going to bring hot women back, please, God.
It's called the phantom audience that they're chasing, that never were going to watch it. They just online complaining. They're not going to buy it. All the people yelling about, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this. And then they make the change and no one buys it.
Yeah.
And it's like, all you did was piss off your actual core customer base.
Right. So, but at any rate, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. What you got for Copes today? I know you got some loaded in your chamber today.
Oh, I
haven't seen them in a while, man. I haven't seen some good Copes in a while.
You want to see a call? Let's pull a random.
Let's pull up some Copes, bro. Let's pull up some Copes.
These were Copes for lunch today. Is 7 of 9 here by any chance? We had him on the show.
Really? 7 by 9? Oh, I've seen him in the chat before.
7 of 9. You in the chat? If you're in the chat, let me know. I'll play your clip. Hold on. Let's see. I didn't watch. These are not watched. These are unviewed. These are virgin Copes. Here we go.
Let's check it out. Check out the
This
copes.
might be a loser. She's got all the good telltale signs of a hatchet-faced Karen, so it might be good. Could share.
All right, let's check it out.
I'm just going to say it here and share what I think is going to happen next. So today at Charlie Kirk's memorial, Christian nationalism will be introduced and made commonplace and acceptable and what USA should be. This week, I suspect Netanyahu might actually proclaim Jesus as the Messiah and therefore become a Messianic Jew.
I gotta be honest. I didn't see that coming. Gotta be honest. She threw me a curveball there.
You never know. You just never know.
I mean, I look at a person's face. I look at the clips and I pick by the face and I can tell, all right, this is a crazy person. I'm always right that it's a crazy person. I didn't know this was where this was going. Hold on. Netanyahu's going to become a Christian. Got it.
And therefore become a Messianic Jew, which is just basically a Christian Jew. And Israel, the nation, will become...
Her sucking the fucking peanut butter out of her dentures is driving me fucking nuts. Like, just get that shit out and then start filming, whore.
Part of Christian nationalism. And all the countries, the right-leaning Christian nationalist countries, will come together as one solid unit of Christian nationalism and Christian spreading, try to shred Christianity throughout the country. And anyone who is against Christianity will be labeled an enemy.
She's calling for the second crusade. From your fucking lips to God's ear, baby. Let's do it. Let's go.
She looks like somebody, but I don't know who it is.
Stephen King. That's who she looks
Oh
like.
my God, she does. Wow, that's crazy. That's exactly what I was thinking. You know what's weird about Stephen King? The fact that every time
everything.
But every time there's a picture about him, like there's a picture or statement, it's like a Stephen King picture from 30 years ago, and he posted a video of him walking to promote his movie, The Long Walk, or his book that's based on the movie. That's
him walking looked like a fucking the Crypt Keeper.
He looked like he was 100 years old. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, he looked like a puppeteer, where like a Jim Henson was operating him.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, dude, that's an old guy. Wow, it's crazy. So at any rate,
yeah, she wants the second crusade. I'm all for it, babe. Let's do it. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to try to get to ones we didn't get to today. Oh, cope for lunch. We got to them all. I need
cope for lunch.
Let's pick a winner. It's going to be hard to beat that one. All right, this one looks all right.
Why is it always the bangs and the glasses, bro?
Yeah. She's got nose ring, giant glasses, terrible haircut. Looks like she was just smacked in the head with an oar. Got all the telltale signs of liberalism. All right, let's hear it.
Y'all keep saying that Trey Reed's death wasn't a lynching.
Oh, this is they want that guy to have been murdered so badly, the guy who committed suicide.
You ever notice how they always want it to be the worst possible case ever?
They're like, I got one from today.
They love that shit.
This one I played already today, but I'll play it for your show because the song kind of got stuck in my head. I don't want to accidentally be singing this at the store, but this chick made today's show also.
Portland don't put themselves in trees, and you shouldn't trust the police.
She's got a good voice too.
She does. Yeah, I was about to say she sounds great.
Black men don't put themselves in trees.
You know what's crazy is I don't understand. Now, this is me being, and I'm kind of like flopping to the other side, but in a realistic way. I don't understand how they're like white people that like think that they should speak on behalf of other people like this. And
the white savior is the most common type of fucking SJW there is. That is like I'm speaking on their behalf. That is like their whole point in life is
yeah. I'll pull up a clip here in a second after this one to show you what I mean by this and how it's fucking crazy to me. But yeah, you can continue.
Okay, I'll play this one.
But a suicide. And you keep using the words committed suicide, which is driving me up the wall, but that's for another video. You keep saying that the authorities and the coroner ruled it as a suicide, failing to recognize that coroners and authorities have worked side by side with white supremacists for years. It wouldn't be that hard for them to cover something like this.
It's a conspiracy.
All that aside, let's entertain the idea for a moment that Trey Reed died by suicide. Can anyone?
Uh-oh. We got the fucking professor on it over here. She's gonna fucking crack the code. Look at that.
Yeah.
You haven't even fucking figured out how to fucking do your bangs, and you're gonna figure out a fucking murder suicide. Okay, good luck, hon.
Anyone tell me why a young black man living in Mississippi would choose to kill themselves?
There's a million reasons why people do it. It's like one of the number one fucking causes of death for men.
Yep.
It's one of the number one causes of death for young men is suicide. Like what is she talking? Why would he do it? He probably had a million reasons. Maybe he fucking saw your face. I don't know.
The part where everyone will blame.
Yeah, like lesser logic. Depression, perhaps. Yeah, it could be. Could be depression.
Yeah.
Who knows?
His mental health and say that he had depression. This is exactly how the pathologization of suicide is used to uphold oppressive thinking and oppressive systems. You all are not ready to acknowledge the fact that suicide is political. People die by suicide because the life that they exist in is
These two, I'm telling you, are two winners, man. Suicide is political. I did not know that. Did not fucking realize that until now. This is two fucking nut jobs in a row.
Livable.
Yeah.
And the things that make their life unlivable are
White
directly
supremacy.
connected to the culture in which we live. So even if Trey Reed did die by suicide,
It's still Trump's fault.
which I am skeptical about, to be clear, his suicide would still be political because of the fact that he is a black man living in a predominantly white state, a state that has historical cultural ties to lynching.
Bird hands going all out right now.
Dude.
Along with all the other ways that systemic racism makes a black person's life unlivable. You think that saying because his death was a suicide and not a lynching, that means his death is no longer political. But suicide is political. When are we going to realize that people don't die by suicide because they're mentally ill? They die by suicide because the world is unlivable.
Bro, I try to put myself in this, like in the shoes. If I was a black dude and I heard this from like so many like white girls, I would be so fucking angry. Like you're telling me that I want to kill myself because white people are so evil. Oh, by the way, you're white and you're telling me that. I'll be like, can anybody not speak for me for 2 seconds, please?
Well,
Jesus.
She has to. She's a savior. They don't know what they're saying. Let me say it for them. They don't know.
I hate when people fucking ask you, okay, do I fucking look okay? No! Stop asking fucking stupid questions!
She hates when people say, "Are you okay?" Do I look okay?
No. And the weirdest thing is the weird hysterical screaming with zero red eye and zero tears at all.
Yeah.
Why is it always in the car? What the fuck is this about?
Here's the thing. If you looked okay, they wouldn't ask if you were okay. That's why they're asking you, dumb bitch.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very, very strange. I have a clip that will kind of speaks to this, and I think it's insane. I'm sure you've heard of this guy before. His name is Review Take USA, or Rich RTU. He changes his name a lot because he deleted his main channel that had over 1 million subs one day for some reason. But he went on this rant about how black people are basically, is what he's saying here, is black people are extremely dumb if they vote conservative.
Not for me when it comes to Dickers.
Here, I'll show you.
You're so right wing.
Here it is. Listen to this. So there's this guy that is like one of his trolls or haters or whatever that he got really angry at during this show, and then he went on a rant because the guy is like not white. And here's what he had to say.
Let's take Elon.
Yeah, sure. I'll ban you then, you tough guy. Here's the fucking thing, too. You're so right wing. You have brown skin, Kyle. Once they're done using you as a useful idiot, they're going to throw you away like trash, too.
Isn't that insane? That is absolutely insane. Like, he's like, I know better because I'm a smart white guy, that every single person who is not white and they vote not the way I think, they're just stupid. They're stupid, and I know better than them. I'm like, damn, that's rough, bro. It's a rough thing to say. You know,
dude, here's like the perfect example of that. I happen to have one ready to go. This is like the perfect example of this.
You won't believe how crazy this is.
Seeing us being supporters of Trump and dark skin, it disgusted her.
Why would somebody with brown skin support this man?
And she said, you should be ashamed of yourself. Look at you guys. You're brown. He's a racist. I said, you're the racist. And then that was it. She just pushed me, and then she just closed fists and just popped me in my chin.
What the fuck?
No, you're being detained.
She's like, why am I being, I remember this video. Why am I being arrested? She voted for Trump and she's black. Arrest her.
Oh,
she's
my God.
Out of her fucking mind.
How do you reconcile that in your brain? You see like a brown person and you're like, I'm going to punch you. Like, what?
Well, let's finish it.
No, you can't go home.
No, you can't leave. I can't go.
No, you're being detained right now. You're not free to leave.
I am definitely not a racist, but I definitely want to fight people with brown skin or other colored skins that hate. You realize what's going to happen.
That's kind of racist if you're targeting certain individuals.
I'm not targeting them.
You are. You just said I'm fighting people with brown skin.
She didn't think she did anything wrong, you know, and I just feel like
she like admitted to the crime, thinking like, why would, what's the problem? She voted for Trump and she's black. Of course I punched her.
Yeah, it's like she doesn't she can't even fathom that there's an issue with that.
Yeah, and the cop's like, no, that is racist.
It's like you literally saying you're hunting down brown people to attack. Like, what the fuck's wrong?
Because us just standing there represented like we were being violent, just standing.
That's wild.
That's the ultimate white savior right there.
The white savior that will kill you.
Psychopaths.
I will kill you if you disagree with me because I'm trying to save you.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Wild, man.
The guy says, I can't take your opinion seriously if you don't have blue hair and a giant bull ring sticking out of your nose. Yeah. Wow. Exactly. 100%, dude. 100%. Thank you, Riley guy. I appreciate you, brother. It's wild. 165 to naked snake. Look at that. We are rolling, boys. Rolling. Wild as hell. Wild as hell. I tell you what. More Cecil Doc Brewski. Yeah, we can't get rid of Cecil. I didn't invite him. He just showed up.
Well, I wanted to come here. I'll let you go back to your original scope. I just wanted to come in and apologize because it literally, when I saw your text, it was like getting punched in the stomach. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I had a nice audience too. I was like, ah.
It would have been better to send you the meme of Bernie Sanders saying, "I'm once again asking you to rape me."
I'm a jerk off. Like I just felt I was like, ah. But I'll do one more, and I'll let you get back. I always come on here and derail your show. I'm going to let you get back to your program, but I wanted to say hi, and I love you, Cody.
Well, I love you too, Steve. So look at her big old circle head.
She's going to lecture us.
Oh, good.
Every single person is a Trump supporter unless proven otherwise.
Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? Everybody's a Nazi until they prove they're not a Nazi. That's the way. Wow.
Well, that makes sense. That actual thought process makes sense. And that's what I was talking about earlier is like you could have 99% progressive values and just disagree with one thing and suddenly you're a Nazi, you know?
Everyone is a Trump supporter until proven otherwise. Do you or do you not support? Are you hiding Trump supporters under the floorboards now?
Every single person is a Trump supporter unless proven otherwise. It took 0.2 seconds of thinking to realize why you guys aren't clocking it. And it's because
I like that they're using clocking it. That's what they used to when you could tell a trans is a man. They've been I've been clocked. They say, like, people notice.
I've never even heard that before. I know. One of these things that I've noticed about all these videos is they're always extremely young people that think they know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, anytime you're undercover and get made, that's called getting clocked. But now they're using that term for trans people, like undercover, and now they're using it for Trump fucking supporters.
That just sounds like getting punched, getting clocked.
Yeah. No, it's like I guess stared at like a clock, like they figured you out.
Oh.
They read you like a clock. Yeah.
Right.
And it's because you don't live in the South. If you're a blue dot living in a red place, you operate, and you have to operate based on the assumption that every single fucking person around you is an idiotic, bigot, mindless Trump supporter. You have to. It's
idiotic, bigot, and mindless is anyone who voted for Trump. That's cool.
Think about this self-report right here. You have to go through life assuming everybody around you is incredibly stupid and you're incredibly smart. That is the most insanely narcissistic thing I've ever heard in my life. Who actually believes that? That's crazy.
Yeah, clocked also means getting punched. Yeah, but when they say it for like, it means being made also. Like your cover's blown. I got clocked.
It's got to be to that extreme too, because you can't go around saying this shit willy-nilly because you'll be a social pariah. You'll risk this, you'll risk that. Like your life might be at risk.
Oh yeah, you're a real hero. Yeah, those conservatives will really just come and look at this fucking hatchet face on.
They'll come and kill your ass.
Oh my God. Once you choose liberalism, you're just going down a road of misery. There are no happy old liberals. Like that woman that punched that black girl in the face, like that's the end of the road for this girl, for all of them. It's just a lifetime of fucking misery. And she's doing it. She's young. She's in her 20s. Like you're choosing a path where there's no happiness at the end of it. You're just going to be a miserable cunt for the rest of your days.
So I am going to be talking out of my ass for a little second right here, but I am just assuming that is the idea surrounding what happened with Corey's is something along the lines of he was found to be a sympathizer. You know what I mean? Anyway, you people that don't live in that way, you're not anticipating that every single person around you is a Trump supporter. You got another fucking thing coming. What do you mean you're shocked that Rydell Funk is a fucking conservative? If you opened a book, if you opened a dictionary and you looked up
these people are so fucking insufferable. She's so much smart. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. Lunatic.
Yeah, I'm not even following it.
Of what that would look like.
By the way, that right there, when you could see the top of the white of the eyes, because I worked in emergency rooms, a quick way to tell who's a psychotic is if there's a low stress situation and you could see the whites above their eyes, that is usually a psychotic. It's a sign of psychosis.
Makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. It's weird. There is some truth to one thing she's saying, and it's not meaning the thing she wants it to mean. It is when you go into an environment where people are like usually successful, usually speaking, and I mean like a successful field that actually takes like thought and stuff like that to, get successful, like STEM, for example. You probably should assume everybody's conservative because they likely are. Now, the issue is that's not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if it makes you fly off the damn deep end when you realize.
Well, she's also got this like paranoia that they're out to get you. No one's out to get you. No one on the conservative side. We understand that liberals exist and we don't really give a shit. You're the ones obsessed with fucking how people think and making them think exactly like you. We don't give a fuck. Just stay the fuck away. Stay out of my fucking way. But yeah, this is a lunatic. I already know her life. I know her life story. It's boxes of wine, like Woody said. Boxes of wine and cat piss is her fucking feature.
Oh, not the cat piss. Not the cat piss. What's your favorite cope you've seen this whole last week? Because there's got to be some crazy ones because of Charlie.
Oh, there's just been fucking. Well, I think the greatest cope, maybe the cope of the year is this one. That's funny you should ask, and it's funny I should have it available right now. I wouldn't think but I do.
I like seeing them.
This might be the cope. You know this one? This is the cope of the year.
Oh yeah, I remember you pulling this one up on. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're almost at 300, by the way. Yeah,
Couldn't
I saw
be.
you play this one in your show, I think.
Yeah, cope of the year right here.
The best part of this whole goddamn thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great.
Just great.
Yeah, that backfired.
That's a fucking evil fuck. Look at how Glee. This is, by the way, like right after they announced that he died.
Yeah. This
is fucking the reaction from the psychopath. This is a fucking psychotic.
Yeah, it's weird too.
These are demonic people, like literally, like there's a darkness in you. Like you look at this girl, you wouldn't know. That's what happened this week. If you watch Shoe on Head's thing, is everybody got exposed to the, like they didn't know, like that person, my neighbor, my friend, whatever, is this evil? Like, yo, you're demonic. Like, you look normal. You know, not everybody looked like fucking big nose ring, green hair. It's the normal people that were like celebrating gleefully, like dancing in this man's blood that shocked America. That's what shocked America, is his response from normal looking people who were acting fucking psychotic. She on Head's a lefty, and she was like, I don't even want to be around my friends anymore. They were celebrating. She's like, like I've never seen anything so fucking evil. Like it was wild. How many people, that people are waking up. I think everybody that's not completely demonic took a huge step to the right this week because they just were disgusted by what was going on.
I have a great experience with this because I had a friend that was pretty big Bernie guy. We've talked about politics for years. He's always been pretty far left, and I shouldn't say far left, but kind of normal left. And we talked about this last week, and he said he doesn't want to tell people he's a liberal anymore. He's like, I don't even want to. It's like feels fucking gross. Like it feels like.
Who wants to be associated with this shit? It's fucking psychotic.
And he's like a normal ass dude. He's a normal ass dude. And that goes even further because she's like, it won't activate anybody. This thing had more viewership than the Super Bowl, his memorial.
Insane.
They had 2 stadiums packed to the damn brim. A bunch of people in my chat went to it, including Ray King. They actually went to the shit. I saw them posting pictures on. They were at the damn memorial. Like people I know, and the craziest part about this is, the reason people were it was so jarring to see people celebrating his death is the poll that came out that I pulled up on my last show. There was a poll that came out, I think it was like u.gov or some shit. And the poll was asking basically if you think like political violence is acceptable. And it was like either A, it's extremely acceptable or kinda. And liberals, Democrats, it was 42%. 42. That's like almost half.
Rutgers College did that poll. 50% of the students said that he got what he deserved. 56 said it would be justified to kill Trump. That's fucking psychotic. I'm gonna go. I got a phone ringing, and your chat says Cody wants to talk. So I got the message. I'm not gonna let you talk. I'm a big mouth. Cody, 1,000 apologies. Good to see you, my friend. We got to get together soon.
Hell yeah.
Take care, everybody.
My brother. Thank you. Why does his phone sound like when the fries are done at McDonald's? What the fuck was that? His phone ringtone is the fries are done McDonald's noise. What the fuck? That's wild. Anyways, it's crazy as hell, man. It's crazy as hell. Oh my God. Anyways, it's wild, man. The Dolphins called it right. The Dolphins. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you surprised? Good. Yeah, I don't know, man, how to feel about it, I just want everybody to be happy. And I remember, and I watched the memorial, and I thought it was beautiful, and I was like, man, maybe things were healing. And then I saw everybody freaking out on Twitter about it, and I was like, maybe not. I think people just want to score like clout. They want to score political points online. That's all they care about. Russell said, did this show just lose 250 pounds? What's up, Russell Hall? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Show did. Cecil has exited the building to get his McDonald's fries. 160 from Naked Snake. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it's the fries noise. Yeah, Freddie, we know the fry noise, bro. I've been there. We've all been there. It's like taking the biggest dump in history. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate you. Yeah, we love Cecil. Cecil's a good boy. He's a good boy. A very good, very, very good boy. But at any rate, let's continue the show. We still have a lot to talk about. Too much to talk about to be completely fair. Oh my gosh. And everybody's mad at me about this. They're mad at me because I've been tweeting about it for the last couple days. I just mute everybody, to be fair. I mute everyone because I just don't really care. I don't really care about any of that. It's not bothersome. The unwritten rule is you're not supposed to talk about anything, and I'm not going to be like that. I can give two shits, man. I'm trying to speak my mind and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about. And if I end up speaking my mind and on my show, and that's what I continue doing, that's what I'm going to continue doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but at any rate, let's see what Michael Knowles has to say. I've always liked Michael Knowles. Jadine, where you been? Sub up my wild Bama from your Kentucky, bro. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Coming in with that gold, boy. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm having a great time. I'm excited. Finally, I thought about this thing. I don't know who said it. It was like a weird skit. I saw a weird skit where this guy had died and he was being reincarnated, and the guy that reincarnates you was talking about how you level up to the next, available rung of humanity. And he's like, you have to let go of fear, because fear surrounds everything. You can never enjoy anything in life because of fear, and not like visceral fear, the unknown. Like you can't enjoy what you're doing because you're worried about next week. You can't enjoy what you're doing because you're worried about your mortgage. You can't enjoy what you're doing because you're worried about a deadline. You can't enjoy anything. There's always an element of fear there. And I was able to click that shit last night, and it made me completely indifferent and weirdly happy. Right? So I'm just going to float through. I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm going to have a good time. And I'm not going to worry about shit anymore. All right? I'm going to stop worrying. And it's made me feel so damn good about everything. Because that shit has had me crippled for like the last 2 years. Being so afraid all the time. And I'm not going to do that anymore. Now, that's been my whole life, obviously. But now I think I've came over the hill and understood that it's not a necessary thing. And I've done a lot of really cool stuff. And I need to stop and fucking enjoy it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because one day all these things that I'm doing is going to end. And I'm going to be like, damn, I didn't enjoy all of it because I was so afraid of not being able to do it. Right? Fuck it. I'll just travel across the world. I don't give a damn. I'm going to have a good time. So thank you, Jadine. I appreciate you. I love you. 150 from Naked Snake. 3 likes from 300. Hot diggity damn. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Let's see what Michael Knowles has to say. Because this just came out just now. Let's take a gander at this. I've always liked Michael Knowles because I like people that are good at speaking. A lot of these guys I don't really agree with on a lot of stuff, but for some reason they just speak so well to what they're trying to say that it really enjoys hearing them talk. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but that's kind of how I am. We'll move on. We'll move in with Cody. Oh my God. Let's boycott mortgages.
Erica Kirk forgave her husband's killer. The state of Utah will inject poison into that killer's veins until he's dead.
Hey.
There is no contradiction between those two things. Christian forgiveness does not demand that we allow the cruel to ravage the whole earth. It demands that we love our enemies, and sometimes love is tough. In our personal lives, love means praying for those who persecute us. In politics, love usually means punishing the guilty, both for the protection of the innocent as well as for the good of the criminals. No one benefits from crime, decay, and disorder. Not the rest of us, and not the criminals themselves. We cherish what we call the marketplace of ideas in America. Erica Kirk forgave her husband.
Based. Yeah, you know what's really, I'm gonna be really, really lame. You guys ready for my lameness? I watched the entire memorial. I even skipped the gym to watch it. When Erica Kirk forgave Tyler Robinson and broke down in tears, it killed my ass. Why? I don't know if I can put into words why it killed me, but it broke my ass. And maybe it's because I don't think I could ever do that. I don't think that would ever be in the cards for me, right? I would want the most cruel thing possible, and to see that was jarring. Maybe that's why it hit me so hard, because I did not even remotely expect that. I did not expect that kind of what is that kind of rhetoric or statement. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. It was unbelievable to me to see that. So it just goes to show that everybody is on the other side. And I'm not going to say everybody, obviously, but you get what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of people celebrating this, dissecting it, saying it's fake, saying it's awful, saying it's political stunt, saying it's evil, saying it's Christian, saying all these things. And you have all these people just screaming at the top of their lungs, and then you have people over there that love life and want to celebrate life and celebrate forgiveness and welcome people in open arms. And that's fucking crazy to me. It's just jarring, It's jarring. You know what I'm saying? Substance D says, you on coke? No, I wish I was, man. But I'm not allowed to do that kind of stuff, obviously. And also fentanyl's a thing. My brother died from fentanyl, so that's not what I'm not trying to get involved in that. No, the farthest I'll go is some beer, bro. And by beer, I mean White Claw. White Claw, bro. No, don't do that kind of stuff. Nope, not allowed to. Obviously. I wouldn't do it either anyway, but not allowed to. Then you have people who just want to live their lives and be left the fuck alone. Yeah. Sometimes that's not always the easiest case, You'll just get dragged into that shit. If I drink a beer, I'll fall asleep. That's kind of how I'm getting now, which is kind of really screwing my life up. I can't even really drink. I just get tired. So I haven't drank in a while. I don't plan on drinking probably until like October. I like to watch horror movies beside a fire and sip a little with my bros, but I'm kind of waiting for that. Did somebody say White Claw? I got you. I got you. I invited you in and you fell for it. All right, let's go. This came out. Homeland Security posted this today.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test.
I want to reiterate that Homeland Security posted this. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. We live in a really wild timeline, in my opinion. Remember what I say? I said this years ago when it came to politics. I was like, I just hope whoever wins, it's just fun, like weird and fun. And this is one of those times where I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is totally it. I totally dig that. I dig it for the sheer insanity behind it. That's why I dig it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, who did this? Why would you do this? You know what I'm saying? No, it's fucking great. I'm right there with you. It's so wild. It's just wild to me. That was posted by Homeland Security. That was not posted by a guy. That was posted by Homeland Security, bro. That's crazy, man. Oh, wild. It's wild. Thank you, Janine, for your gold boy. Thank you, Irikias, for your red boy, and Billy Hatcher for your pink boy. We're one red and one pink from a damn naked snake and night for the 510th time in a row. This is a government agency posting this, right? Yes. That's the point. That's why it's so wild, right? That's why it's so wild. You think Nintendo's going to sue? I hope so, because that would make it even funnier. Does Nintendo own the rights to that song? I don't know. I'm not going to try. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Royal Wee says, unrelated, I saw a video of a woman feeding a large breed grizzly bear ice cream through a fence. You should see if you can find it. Scary. Oh, yeah, he grabs her ass. I've seen it, man. That bear grabs her ass. Why would you ever do that? I will never. And now, I'm a little different because one of my biggest fears is large animals. It's an irrational fear. I do not like I like looking at lions and tigers on videos. if there is a lion or tiger in like a 10-mile vicinity of me, I freak the fuck out. Right? I don't like that shit. Get away from me, giant monster. And that's kind of like bears and stuff. I would, if I saw a bear, for example, I was in Gatlinburg this year in a cabin. There was 4 bears outside my cabin. 4 bears outside my cabin. Just wandering around. I have video of these 4 bears. I think I pulled it up on stream the other night. I have video of 4 bears roaming around my cabin at Gatlinburg. And there was a lot of girls staying in the cabin with me. And these girls wanted to go outside and feed the bears. And I'm like, none of you are leaving this house. They're like, I'm like, no, you don't understand. These things run like 30 miles an hour and they're vicious. I know they look big and fat and cute, but they will rip you in half. You're not going out there. And I had to prevent these women from leaving this house to go fucking feed bears. Women are wild. Women are crazy. They wanted to go feed the bears, bro. Oh, no, thank you. You ever seen that video of a guy driving and there's a bear chasing his Jeep and it's catching up to him? No, no, thank you. Irokayas, we need Rep Sheet Battle TCG, the trading card game. Rep Sheet Battle, the trading card game. I would back it on Indiegogo. Only PDH would survive. She was one of the ones that wanted to do it. She was one of the ones, bro. She was guilty. Guilty, I tell you. Where's my gavel? Because she was guilty as hell. Thank you, Eric It's 130 away, my boy. To be fair, these women picked man and bear versus. I think a lot of that is based in let them next time. No, I care about these people. It says to be fair, these women would pick man versus bear like 65% of the time. I think that's because it's just a conversation. I think half of them don't mean it. They're just trying to be edgy because I hate men. And the other half have no idea what a bear is. Like they just think it's they've seen cute videos of bears. They don't understand that a bear, if you encounter a bear in the wild, it will likely kill your ass. With the exception of like, what is it? Black bears. Black bears are the least aggressive ones and they'll still kill your ass. Brown bears will kill you immediately. They don't give a fuck. They'll be like, oh, what's up? Dead. You know, there's so many videos of online of people riding their bikes or driving their open like top cars or hiking, and a brown bear walks by and they're like, uh-oh, and the brown bear charges them and tries to fucking eat them immediately. You know, Royal We. If there's not the video, this one's 13 feet tall. If they're not that video, this one's 13 feet tall. Most bears are, I think. Most bears are freaking huge. The ones I saw were massive. Their shoulders came up to the driver's side window on the Jeep I was driving. And if they stand up, they're like triple the size, you know. Royal Wheat, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, those videos of people getting attacked by animals, it scares them. I hate it. I can't even watch them. They freak me out, dude. I'm kind of a bitch. I don't like big animals, man. I like big animals like German Shepherds. And even then, if I don't know the German Shepherd, I won't approach the German Shepherd. I only approach German Shepherds when I know them very well. And even then, I'm still I treat them a slightly different than any other dog breed. Right? Like I'll approach my German Shepherd and I'll scrub his head. Pat his little head. You know? Scrub his little head. My husky, I'll tackle him. I'll tackle my husky and bite his ear and roll around with him. You know what I'm saying? If I did that to my German Shepherd, he'd bite me immediately. Royal We. It's not irrational. It's completely rational. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for making me feel not insane. So, remember Grizzly Man got eaten? Yeah. He sure did. They found him shoes. Yeah, well, it happens, dude. Watch Grizzly Man to see how friendly bears can be to people who play with them. Yep. Yeah, that dude went out into the wild with his girlfriend and got him eaten immediately by bears. And he was supposed to be the bear expert, right? You know. Let's see what Michael Knowles has to say. Michael Knowles is debating people, so we'll see what he has to say. Royal Wee says 30-mile-an-hour run, can climb and swim, nothing you can do. Yeah, you're done. Just if you're in a vehicle and there's a bear, just stay in the vehicle, bro. Don't try to make it to the door. Just wait, stay in the vehicle and let them mosey on their way. You know, if you get in that situation, make sure you have something big in your hand so you can just hit them in the head over and over to scare them. You're not going to hurt them. Maybe you can scare them. You know, that's what you're taught. You're taught to kick down at their head, climb, kick down at them, kick down on them, kick down on them. Should I be concerned about my cousin who is feeding raccoons every night on her patio? She gonna have about 400 raccoons on the patio. Yeah, with their little hands. I love raccoons, dude. I would never have a raccoon, but I like how they have little hands. They like grab shit. Little animals that have hands are just funny to me. They like, let me grab that. It's funny. I don't know why. It's stupid. All right, anyway, let's move on. Sorry, guys. I'm getting caught up into sauce here. I'm having a good time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a good stream today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you guys like the stream. Let's see if we can get to 400. Let's have some fun. We're 120 from Naked Snake. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, boys. If not friend, and why friend-shaped?
Silencing people for saying lies. What is a lie? What is truth? You know,
A lie is the opposite of the truth. And what is truth is what Pontius Pilate asked to Christ before he sentenced him to the cross. It's the line of a cynic that surrenders his reason.
He never said anything untrue. He was quoting the governor of Utah who said this person didn't come.
Jimmy Kimmel never said anything untrue.
From a different country.
Jimmy Kimmel never said anything. Jimmy Kimmel said that the shooter was a MAGA Republican, and that's a lie. There's no evidence.
One of us, and he quoted by Republicans. Look, we can debate on what.
We don't have to debate. It's a lie. It's an obvious and egregious lie. We don't need to pretend that this is complicated at all.
Yeah, this is something that is really frustrating. Is there's always it's like, let's debate something that's black and white, and I'm like, why are we debating black and white stuff? There are things we can debate. Debating on whether or not somebody said something completely inaccurate is weird. It like I said, it goes back to just wanting to win, right? The Royal We, it's not the video. This one's more impressive. It's not that video. What are you talking about? You talking about a bear? You just really want to watch some bears right now, don't you? Royal We wants the bear stream today. That's what Royal We wants. Give me the bears. I want the bears, bro. Hey, pull up that bear video real quick, Jamie.
The shooter was a radical left-wing activist who inscribed Antifa slogans on the bullets and was dating a trans furry boyfriend. I don't think he voted for Trump. Kimmel lied. The audience turned on him. The affiliates turned on him. He deserves to lose his job. I'm frankly disappointed that he's getting his job again, but I'm confident even fewer people will watch it this time.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm glad you understood my point.
It's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, shouldn't we talk about this? Like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. We don't have a bear. We have an otter. I like otters. Otters are cool. Yeah. Rest in peace, that guy. He got wrecked. And that's the unfortunate truth around all these people, like Charlie Kirk and Michael Knowles. When they debate these people, the people they're debating are not confident in what they're saying, and they literally should not be up there asking questions. They should definitely not be up there asking questions ever. You know what I'm saying? Ever. Because even if they might be somewhat versed in what they're saying, they usually can't. They can't really. What is the word? They can't put it into words what they're trying to say, and they get owned every time, and it's just brutal. It's just brutal. In other news, Keith Olbermann. Do you guys know who Keith Olbermann is? He is this dude that used to work. He used to be on some kind of sports shows. Articulate. Thank you, Helena, and everybody else. He was like on this sports show. I don't remember. I never watched it. Would have never watched it anyway. But he is like a psycho online, like an absolute, like Destiny level psycho online. And he like openly on Twitter threatened Scott Jennings, who is a guy that's on CNN that kind of plays the devil's advocate for, like, you know, Republicans or whatever. And he just openly said he's openly threatened him and then deleted it. And I'm like, why would you do this? Who do you think you're impressing? And like, why is it worth likes to get investigated by the FBI? I don't understand. It's just not worth likes to me to get investigated by the FBI. And that's the only way I can rectify why people do these things. Now, obviously, there is the poll that claims that people do want people dead, which is scary. But Keith Olbermann said to Scott Jennings, by the way, who is this guy right here on CNN. You've probably seen him before. He has a lot of base takes on that show. Because to be fair, when you're arguing 80-20 or 90-10 policy, you know, like social or, you know, fiscal or whatever have you policy, it's kind of easy to win as a Republican right now, you know, because the subject matter is always kind of insane. It's stuff that we shouldn't even be talking about, in my opinion. But I digress. Keith Olbermann said at Scott Jennings, "You're next, motherfucker." But keep mugging him to the camera. "You're next, motherfucker." In response of Charlie Kirk being assassinated, by the way. Keith Olbermann, why would you say this? Now, to be fair, he deleted it immediately, but that doesn't matter. Deleting something doesn't do anything. So, of course, it was sent to the FBI. And then, of course, Scott Jennings also posted it and sent it to the FBI. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do this? I just don't get it. Regardless of what side you're on, especially during the tensions right now, what are you doing? You know? Yeah, exactly, Ashley. Nothing you can do, bro. Nothing you can do. Nothing. You can't explain it away either. You can't. Royal We still in the chat. Yes, I would like to watch the Bears, please. Camelcast Monday, Bear Edition. Ignore all his opinions. Yeah, when you stoop to this level of psychosis, no one's going to listen to you anymore. And that's the issue, is people like Keith Olbermann, although people don't like to agree, nor do they like to, like stand by it, he's a very prominent leftist person online. Therefore, he represents the left online, right? So when he says shit like this, tons of people are seeing it like, oh, fuck, here we go, another one. And I guarantee you a ton of people on the left don't care for this either, right? But he represents somebody on the left online, which is it's just causing a lot of problems. Too much problems, too many's. It's wild, absolutely wild. Keith Overbot. Keith is a piece of crap. He wants others to do that crap for him. Yeah, well, that's always been the case, right? That's like the Hassan Piker syndrome. You wish death on people, and then when it happens, you say you were joking, right? And then you rest on the whole, oh, well, my audience. I'm not in control of anything they do. If I told somebody, if I got on my show right now and said somebody should go assassinate this figure, and then they were assassinated, if I came out and was like, oh, I was joking, bro, I should be charged. Like, what? What? You know what I'm saying? If I had 40,000 watchers right now and I said that shit and somebody did it, I should be charged for sure. You can't just go, oh, I was joking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you robbed a 7-Eleven of $1,000 worth of vapes. How do you plead, Cody? Oh, well, I was just joking. Just a joke, bro. But you took the vapes. Yes, but it was a joke. The punchline was the vapes not being at your store anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's so silly. I agree, Pop Blender. Yeah, dude. In a video game. I didn't say a certain person fought fables. It's a hypothetical. I would never wish anybody to get harmed, regardless of how abhorrent their beliefs are. Okay. Abhorrent. Anyways, I digress. Let's continue. I appreciate all the beautiful people tonight. Where are we at? 120 from Naked Snake. Dude, we're so close. We're so close. And we got some time left on the show. Hot diggity damn. We might actually extend the Naked Snake streak even more. Even more. Can you feel it? Wow. How does it keep happening? How does it keep happening, boys? Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy, boys. It's crazy. All right. Anyways. Let's go. Destiny's been a psycho online for the last little bit. He's been making fun of RFK for his neurological condition where he kind of stutters, which is not shocking for Destiny to do, right? It would be different if it was actually something, you know what I'm saying? Like something, I don't know. I don't even know if I could put it into words how I could justify him doing that otherwise. But Destiny said, I'll never get over how the head of our Health and Human Services department sounds like if he drank orange juice with a pulp, he wouldn't have made it. And has Destiny ever said this about the 500-pound ministers of health in every country? And it used to be in our country. How they would have a morbidly obese person in charge of like health and services every time. Thank you, Ashley, for the hot dog. I love you. I love you. How much money do I have to give to move on to Bears? Oh my God. Oh my God. The pikers of the world wield more power than people would like to admit. We know it. Most normies don't have no idea. Well, they speak to this fringe group of people that fall victim to the same ideals that was described in the book from like the 40s or 50s called Ordinary Men, right? People don't understand that there will be a figure that will have rhetoric that won't actually do any violence. Somebody like this, a good example of this is Charles Manson. Another good obvious example is like Hitler, right? And you'll have people who follow these people who will do unspeakable acts that were never outlined in any program. They just took it on them. They took it on themselves to do horrible acts for affirmation from their leaders who never told them to do so. Ordinary people, you and me, fucking your neighbors, ordinary people, we're doing this. That's what this book outlines, by the way. And that's kind of the ideal with the Hassan Pikers and, you know, the people that have fucking insane rhetoric. And then somebody in their chat goes and does a thing, right? Because they're trying to get affirmation from their parasocial leader that they'll never get. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird psychology in the human mind that has been in existence forever. You know, like, for example, your king will say, hey, go take a village that's, 100 kilometers away. Go take this village. Don't kill anybody. Bring back, the goats, blah, blah, blah. And then they go and then they slaughter every single person, man, woman, and child, and the goats, and then burn it down. And then they come back and the king's like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, yeah, things got out of hand. Right? Like, it's like, no, that was not what I told you to do. Right? But you may have implied it with your rhetoric. Like, these people are gross. These people aren't worthy. And then all of a sudden they're hatcheted to death. And you're like, whoa, that's not what I meant. Right? Although it could have been what they meant. You never know. That's the issue. Ashley with $10 super chat. We love you. We appreciate you, Ashley. Thank you so much. You're such a good person, Ashley. Oh my gosh. $391, $109 away. Ashley. Thank you. The king says it was a joke. I was joking, bro. I was totally joking. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Bears no parenting. Oh my gosh. Why is this chat turned into the bear chat? What's wrong with y'all? All right. Anyways, we covered him. I think Jack Posobiec had a great speech tonight or last night. I thought it was beautiful. I thought most everything was pretty beautiful. Tucker Carlson did his silly laugh, which is always so silly because it's like explosive and out of nowhere every time he does it. And I'm always like, oh shit, every time he laughs, like he does that laugh he does. I'm like, oh shit, that scares me. I used to have a guy that worked at my GameStop that laughed like that. You would say a joke, why the chicken crossed the road to get to the other side, and he would explode and it would like break your eardrums. And I would always be like, oh damn, like that. That's kind of how I feel about it, So at any rate, kind of how I felt about that whole situation. Every time I see him laugh, I'm like, oh shit, that scared me. I was not expecting them to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I tell you what. Anyways, so that being said, we got a lot going on, boys. Got a lot going on this week. I will not be streaming this weekend, and at least not in my studio. I'll probably go live on my phone for certain reasons. But yeah, this weekend I'm going to be really, really busy. I'm going to be flying across the country at some point. So it's going to be wild as hell. I'm sure you guys will find out really fast, probably in the next day or so, what it is. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm very, very excited to pop in, do some partying. We're gonna have some fun, man. So hopefully you guys are ready for that, and continue to support your boy. Continue to support your boy in all avenues of success. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. At any rate, Zia be posting nudes on Twitter. I can't freaking scroll down my timeline sharing it. Get banned immediately. Twitter, or her cheeks just out in my face. Oh my god. Anyways. All right, so we're gonna watch this video. A little cope file for you. Thank you, Ashley. We love you. Ashley's going hard. What is that? A peach? An ass? Are you posting asses now? Oh my gosh. All right. Yes, the chat's been overbearing. Oh my gosh. You know what, Jeff? You're banned. Somebody banned Jeff. Ow, you made me read that. Oh, you got me, you motherfucker. Damn you. Damn you. All right. Let's pull this up. Did you see us play the Pokemon song? Yeah, we played that earlier, Sans, dude. How you doing, buddy? I loved it. Thought it was funny. Anybody playing that song immediately makes me happy because it's just, I love the song. I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was. It's just such a good tune. So just making a meme out of it's funny. It's always good. It's always good, man.
Hey, I know. Let's play a game. The game is called You Know You're a Fascist When. You know you're a fascist when you chant freedom while cheering for mass deportations without due process.
You want to know something interesting? People that say deportations without due process are only saying deportations without due process because that's what somebody said online, deportations without due process. Otherwise, they would never use that phrase without due process, right? They saw somebody online saying it. Because you ever notice how people will say the same fucking like 3 phrases over and over about subject matter? The same 3 phrases over and over and over. And you'll scroll Twitter and see those same 3 phrases. And you're like, dude, does anybody have any conceptual thought? Like individualistic thought? So Latra, I don't have anything meaningful to say, but I like you. So penis. Yeah, exactly. William Wallace from Braveheart was a fascist. How could you? How could you? I love Mel Gibson. Thank you, sad lad. Without due process, very important.
You know you're a fascist when you think banning books and gutting universities is saving America.
Never point out the books that they are trying to get removed, though. Right? Getting removed from libraries. You could still purchase these books, right? Never. You ever notice that there will be a rhetoric around a certain idea, but if you Google the idea, you're like, oh shit, right? They'll always be like, you're banning books. It's like, which ones? And it's like, how to fellatio your boyfriend. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. What are you doing, baby? Why would you? Why did this happen? You know, it's always very silly, in my opinion. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Anyways, she does realize that most banned books are done by libs now. Yeah, exactly. Huckleberry Finn. Yep. Huckleberry. Oh, Huckleberry. Banning, yeah. Yeah, banning, hey, Sally, suck my pee-pee from preschools is fascist. Yeah, very silly.
You know you're a fascist when you believe soldiers should be loyal to a person, but not the Constitution. You know you're...
This lady, her vibe is awful. Her vibe is so condescending and pretentious. She looks like she would go up to one of her female friends and say she looks great while doing this. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Here she is. I'm gonna overdub her speak, right? Oh my god, Jessica, you look so good in that dress. Oh my god, I wish I looked that good. I just don't pull it off like you do. Wow, yay for you. You got a new promotion at work. Wow, that's so great. Now you make 14 an hour. That's a lot. I used to make that when I was 19. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, you're doing good. That's the vibe I get from her. That's literally the vibe I get. Oh wow, you're so pretty. Wow. I can't hold on I can't build as much weight as you do. You're much better at holding weight. You know what I'm saying? You're much better at holding weight than I do. Oh, this needs to be a series. No, Helena. No. I'm just trying to have a little fun. Bruh. Speaking of fun, we are $100 away from the Naked Snake go over the 510th show in a row. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
You know you're a fascist when you believe soldiers should be loyal to a person, but not the Constitution. You know you're a fascist when you demand law and order unless the law is investigating your favorite politicians. You know you're a fascist when you want to lock up opponents, but pardon your own criminals.
The selective memory is very strange here. Okay, look, I understand politicians do crazy stuff on all sides, but the literal running strategy in the last 20 years was just arresting any Republican that would come up for confirmation or were being elected or were running or were rumored to run. Like Kavanaugh. Remember the Kavanaugh confirmation hearing where they just tried to make it look like he raped like 100 ladies throughout his life? Like, the fuck? And then the women admitted they had never even met him later on. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Shouldn't you ask him questions about like his past cases in law or something? I don't know. Like, it's always very silly. Satellite Chat says women like this make me think women should be required to take a yearly personality aptitude test before getting unsupervised access. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh. Satellite, thank you, man. That's like a family guy joke for sure. Irakaya says, how hard are OnlyFans careers going to crash now that the Indian H1B ones are going to crash? Oh no, not the OnlyFans. Not the OnlyFans. Man, I wish I could make an OnlyFans and just pull my balls out and make $1 million. I'd do it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about sex work. I approve of it. You know, I'm on that side. I approve of sex work 100% across the board. Let's go. As long as I can get paid similarly, I'm cool with it. Let's go. Give me some millions. I need my Ferrari somehow. All right. 427. What is this? Shadow Cat, how you doing, baby? I see you. Jim Satala rated me. Oh my gosh. Jim tells you rated me. Thank you, brother. How you doing, dude? Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate that. My man. Finally a raid. Yes. Do it and make it $10. To see my balls. I don't think you could pay me. I think you would probably pay me to not see my balls, to be fair. That's what I should do. I should create an OnlyFans and charge $10 to not post my balls. Yes. What's up, Julio Scissors? What the fuck? It's a great name, dude. Thank you, Erikias. Appreciate you, brother. I love you, dude. Thank you for your orange boy, man. Shadow Cat says, women like this make me all right with Bill the Night. It's always extra funny when a woman says this. Because Shadow Cat is a woman saying this shit. You know what? Fuck them. It's like when Lloyd tells Harry, or like Harry says he loves that woman, Mary, and Lloyd is like, okay, kill him, fuck it, just kill him, please. Thank you, Jim, for the raid, by the way. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you, Shadow Cat, for your $5 super chat. Real quick, real big shout out today. Want to shout out all my boys today for getting us $5,100 on the PayPal for my travel funds for the next couple of weeks. I really appreciate you guys. Are goated as hell. Swift kiss. I love you, and I'm so damn thankful for you. Thank you guys for supporting your lowly trailer park man in the circles. I really appreciate that. You guys are the goats. Thank you. All right. Anyways, let us continue. Julio Scissors for the $10 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, dude. Julio Scissors. Jace. That sounds like a gang member. We will get Julio Scissors to take out Don. Take it out the Don. Just get Julio Scissors. Like the clamps from Futurama. The clamps. Get him with the clamps. Julio Scissors. All right. Thank you, Mr. Scissors. I appreciate you, brother.
You know you're a fascist when you think elections are rigged unless your guy wins.
All right. She's got to be trolling, bro. She has to be trolling, right? I think she might be trolling because she's an attractive lady. I think she's probably trolling right here. Like she's acting to get some angry responses, like some engagement. Because in 2024, my entire Twitter feed was everybody saying that Trump stole the election. I don't know. I think both sides definitely do that for sure. Right. Whether there is legitimacy to both, that's more up for debate. But I do think that both sides do that pretty equally.
You know you're a fascist when you call yourself a patriot while rooting for a third term like it's a third world dictatorship. You know you're a fascist when you call the press the enemy because they told the truth.
Yeah, that's that. The press is known for telling the truth. That's why they had to almost weekly put out statements retracting stuff that they had said on live. But they put it up on their website on the 9th page, so no one would ever see it. Right? I don't know. I remember CNN adjusting. What's that guy's name that killed Trayvon Martin? Fuck, what's that guy's name? Zimmerman, George Zimmerman or something. Remember when they put his picture up on CNN and they adjusted the contrast to make him look like a white guy, and he was like a dark Hispanic dude? Or when Joe Rogan had COVID and CNN turned the saturation down so he would look gray for some reason. Doesn't seem like they were being very honest there. And those are 2 examples off the top of my brain in 2 seconds. There's like a million examples, someone is lying when their dimples match Cody's intro naked snake. That's 100%. Yeah, dude.
You know you're a fascist when you think human rights are optional for people you don't like. You know you're a fascist when you believe religion should run the government as long as it's yours. You know you're a fascist when you cheer when peaceful protesters are beaten, jailed, or silenced.
What? Are we talking peaceful or mostly peaceful? Big distinguishment here. Distinguish? Hey, listen, not a smart man, okay? Not exactly a high vocabulary. What's up, Lisa Roberts? How you doing? Peaceful, mostly peaceful. It's like the most famous screenshot of all time is the guy sitting there, the reporter, and he's sitting there, and the CNN tagline says "mostly peaceful protest," and there's literally a building on fire behind him. It's like one of the most famous screenshots of all time. Shadow Cat. Fun fact: it was Obama Biden administration that repealed the Smith-Mundt Act, which held the media accountable for running fallacious stories. No way. I think I think COVID really radicalized a lot of people. I shouldn't say radicalized. I think COVID red pilled a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because the media, looking back now, I know a lot of us have memory hold it, but the media lied about almost everything during that time period because there were so many people that had a lot of investments in Moderna and Pfizer. So they didn't give a fuck. They were just like, oh, we need our money. We need our quarterly reports. Let's do this son of a bitch. Right. And then when you would tell people that, they would be like, but the shot is free. And I'm like, oh my God, I will jump off a cliff right now. Bro, come on. We can't have this conversation if you're that far behind on how these things work. Mostly peaceful arson and theft. There you go. It's fine. It's the bats. Well, thank you, Sadlat. You know what? One of my favorite clips ever was when Jon Stewart was very based about it on Colbert's show. And Colbert was so uncomfortable when Jon Stewart was like, oh, yeah, it was totally not the lab in Wuhan working on the coronavirus. It was a bat pissed on a bee, and suddenly we had coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? And Colbert was like, I like Jon Stewart. I know he says some wild shit sometimes, but he also says some funny base stuff sometimes too. So I'm not one of those people that completely detest one side and completely support another. I like Bill Maher as well. I think Bill Maher is fun.
You know you're a fascist when you wrap yourself in the flag while dismantling the democracy it stands for. You know you're a fascist when
I don't even think she knows what that meant.
You believe one man's power is more important than everyone's freedom.
As a very, very over-encompassing statement.
But yeah, tell me how the libtards are destroying this country.
Yeah, I think she was acting. I think that was satire. I just tell myself that. I can't imagine somebody like that actually exist. But it's fine. It's completely fine. It's totally fine. We're a constitutional republic. God damn. Please, Jesus. I never got shot or tested for it, but I was supposed to die in the winter. Yeah, I was supposed to. What's up, Tight and Juicy? Oh my God, bro. What's up? Tight and Juicy. What are you doing, man? Tight and Juicy. Oh my God, I can't even read your name. Damn, brother. All right. Okay. All right. 50 likes from 400, my beautiful peeps. I hope you're doing well today. We are $50, $56 from Naked Snake for the 510th stream in a row. Can you freaking believe that? Unbelievable, boys. I appreciate that. All right. Let's continue. I just wanted to cover that one for you. I like those. They're fun. They're fun. They're very, very fun. To watch how kind of ignorantly radicalized people are. And I know people get like that on both sides. Obviously, I'm not going to state that they don't. I just think maybe they're amplified on the left. I don't know what it is. It's hard to really grapple with it for me, how people can completely ignore certain things. You know, it was like the same thing as when Charlie was assassinated. There was people just ignoring all the evidence and claiming that a random person on 4chan said this, therefore that's what it is. And I'm like, what? It just sounds like you want it to be that way, which is fine, but that doesn't mean that's not how the truth is sourced because you want it to be true, right? I wish I could just say I had $100 million and then it was just true, right? But unfortunately, it's not how that happens. So at any rate, you get what I'm saying, I think. So you get what I'm saying. Lightning struck on camera behind the White House. So people are saying it's because Trump's evil. There's never been a thunderstorm here yet. Ever. Ever. All right. Sorry, guys. I was reading a little. I'm trying to cut down on my doom scrolling. Yeah, dude, I got too much of that. Like too much of that. Eat my Oreo cookies. Eat my Oreo cookies. Hey, at least you had some Oreos when you were on your deathbed. There's worse ways to go. There's worse ways to go. Even Loves Wharf is saying that the guy was right wing. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that guy's like not real. I don't think he's a real person. Like, I can respect when you believe certain things within reason, but when you just say like literally the craziest shit possible, I just feel like you're not a real person. I just assume that it's like an engagement thing, like they're trying to get engagement, and it works, right? Because there's people on Twitter. Dude, I got paid $600 on Twitter the last 2 weeks. And I don't really post anything wild. I just post whatever's on my mind and move on. And sometimes they blow the hell up. Like the damn Bella Ramsey tweet. They got a jillion likes. It got like 250,000 likes. Like 60 million views. I was like, damn. It was like $700 for one post. I was like, damn, that's nice. That's, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a goofy shit post. Right? But I think people intentionally post extremely politically charged, like wild shit because they're going to get paid for it. You know, there's something. So thank you, Sad Lad Chat 50 from Naked Snake. Oh my God. Pop Blender with a goal, boys. This is Cody. I've been watching since GameStop. You've been authentic since you started. Not afraid to be yourself. I appreciate that. And trying to be the same with my streams. You're an inspiration. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It makes me feel really good, man. I'm constantly getting shit on left, right, and center all the time. And, you know, sometimes it gets to you, you know, but I've been feeling pretty good lately. So I appreciate that, Pop Blender. I love you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. That's one of the things that I kind of pride myself on, is I've always tried to be as real as possible. And it's weird to me. I'll see people jump in the comment section. They're like, I can't believe you're a conservative grifter now. And I'm like, what? I've said since day one. I did an election stream in 2019 and was like pulling for Trump for the memes. You know, and I watched the debates and had a good time with it. Like, yeah, I mean, I've always kind of, I voted for Obama, and then my healthcare premiums like went up 1,000%, and then I was like, wait a second, and then I kind of moved on to like the Ron Pauls and the John Kasichs, and then I kind of got out of politics entirely because I kind of hold the belief that none of it really matters, other than optics, and then I kind of fell into the realm where the people you should support, the reason you should support them is their corruption aligns with your benefits, right? I don't think any of them really, you know what I'm saying? I don't think any of them really care that much about anything. So you got to like hope that their corruption that benefits them also will benefit you. That's kind of how I see it. Maybe, if I'm wording that accurately, you know, so. Thank you, Paul McDermott. Appreciate you, brother. No, Blue Waffle, please come back. Please. Yeah, Ashley, Twitter's rough. Now, the thing about Twitter, though, is Twitter is rough, but it's like the least rough. If you go to like Reddit or Blue Sky, which I've never been to, or Threads, holy shit. I went to Threads because I went viral on there accidentally the other day. Had no idea. I like posted a Facebook update and it auto posted to an app called Threads and went viral. The Facebook post got like 100 likes or something, and the Threads post got like 20,000 or 30. I don't remember. And I had people DMing me like want me dead, and I was really confused. I was like, "What's happening right now?" So then I found it, and I was like, "Oh, cool! This is cool. I guess I'm going viral in here." I would never use this app because it's obviously insane. But I scrolled the feed on Threads one time, and I never went back because it was every post was celebrating Charlie's death vehemently, and I was like, "Nope, not using this app." I can understand on X every once in a while you're going to see somebody engagement farming, but Jesus fuck, it was like Threads was every post, every single post. I was like, I can't do this. This is too much. I'm in the wrong place, right? I want like kind of like a parody of thought, just a little, right? And places like Reddit and Threads, there's no parody of thought. It's like 99.8% fucking violent activist stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not passionate enough about that kind of stuff, you know? So that's just how I be, though. 45 away from Naked Snake. Anyways. You hear about Billy from Game Chasers passing away? Yes, I just talked to Billy. I was at the Southeast Game Exchange and I walked past Billy and I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And I hugged him. Because like he was so cool to me years ago. The first time I ever went, I was really nervous, and he like brought me in and like let me hang out with him and his crew for like the whole week or weekend or whatever. And I was like, this is awesome. He's a really nice dude. And then I saw him at Sieg like last month or something, or 2 months ago, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And I was like, "Man, I hope you've been good." Blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, he was in the hospital, and I was like, "Well, this is scary. Like, I hope everything works out." And then a week or two later, he passed away. I couldn't believe it. It just seemed like there was so much like death in the last 3 weeks, and it's just starting to wear on me, you know. But he was a great dude. He's such a welcoming dude, and he'll definitely be missed. I know a lot of people that love him. So yeah, if you have that kind of impact on people, you know, in a small community like that, that's a big deal, you know. So at any rate, you get what I'm saying. All right. Anyways, thank you, Pop Blender. Appreciate it. What's up, Promise? How you doing, brother? How you doing, my friend? What happened to him? He had brain cancer, from what I was following. You know? Interesting. He was part of the Game Chasers. He had a movie and everything. K to the Swiss, brother. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show, K to the Swiss. Hope you're doing well, buddy. K to the Swiss. Coming in with a green bow. I hope you're doing well, man. It is wild, Glenn Harris. Just instantaneous. It sucks, man. It just sucks. And I wish we would somehow fix cancer. I'm just so not optimistic about it. And it's kind of leans in a little bit of conspiracy, but I just think there's just too much money in research that they will ever actually fix it. I think it would kill an industry if they fixed it, like a multi-billion-dollar industry. And that's what like kind of scares me, that it will never be solved because there's just too much money in it. You know, that's kind of how I see things. I hope it doesn't go out that way, but that's kind of how I think. Royal, when people say politics don't matter your life, just remember Biden let in 10 million illegals in 4 years. So we can, 4 years, we can only deport about 500,000 a year max. Thank you, Royal. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. You know, it's replacing people, replacing voters and whatnot. Thank you. Appreciate you. Royal, love you. What's up, Jay? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Danny Extreme. That's kind of how I feel about it. I hope I'm wrong, though. You know, Nintendo's going to bankrupt our government. You talking about the video? I want to be the very best. You know, that was wild. Did you catch Medicare's stream Saturday? I did not, but somebody told me, I think Mick Steller told me he was streaming. I did not see it. If you guys would love to like to update me in chat, that'd be great. Like the tidbit or the cliff notes. Oh shit, my legs are sore, boys. I'm sore. I didn't even do legs. Sorry, I apologize. We're closing in on midnight. Did I skip my super chat? No, brother, I would never do such a thing. I just talked about it. I just talked about the deportation. We just talked about it. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. He said he found God. Oh, that's good. That's good. $33 from Naked Snake. Can you believe it? Can you feel it? Sorry. I'm coming off of an illness that lasted about 3 weeks. And it was just a weird one. But I'm feeling good now. I feel almost normal. I just slept a lot last night. And now I'm feeling good. So I'm happy. I'm excited to be hanging out and chilling. I want to be the very best that no one ever could. Bow, bow, bow. To catch them is my real test. To turn them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. It's Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon. Ooh. Ooh, how so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me, and I'll teach you. Pokemon. Sorry, guys. I'm just losing my mind here. What's the best remedy for dry skin? Get a soft water system, and then get amylactin for the really tough spots, and then get like medical grade Eucerin for the less tough spots. There you go. There you are. This is a weird stream, I know. It's like that skit from a Family Guy when Stewie's wanting to ask a question to the Star Trek people, and people are just asking, like, how do you avoid dry skin after showering? They're like, well, he's like, what the fuck? I want to know about Star Trek. Pokemon go to the polls. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Ashley, for your $3 super chat. I love you. Appreciate you, Ashley. All right, boys. It's closing in on midnight. We got to pick somebody to raid. I am planning on raiding Grisby. We raided him the other day, and I would love to raid him with 400 people. I think that'd be really cool. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. I think that'd trip his balls, bro. Trip his balls. Watching Star Trek in background. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was cringe when Hillary said. Well, man, I'm not a fan of pandering. When Hillary was talking to like her like black audience or supporters and claimed that she carried hot sauce around, like, dude, how surface level racist can you be? What do black people like? Spicy? I carry hot sauce around. Like, what? Just talk about your policy. What are you doing? Stop. It's like when Kamala Harris was campaigning, and depending on who she was around, she would speak in that accent. I think she even did an Asian accent at one point. Like, what are you doing? Just talk to him, man. Just be a person. What are you doing? It's crazy. Anyways. Where's Tiny Badger? I don't know. She moved recently. I don't know where she went though. She'd be enjoying life. She's doing good, man. I haven't talked to her in a while, but every time I talk to her, she's doing great. So that's good. I will travel. What the hell is this? Bow. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Won't be seeing that. I'm just too NASCAR'd out, boys. Just too NASCAR. Or not NASCAR. What the fuck? NASCAR. I saw a NASCAR post and I just said NASCAR. No, I am too Star Wars'd out. Don't care about Star Wars at all. All right. Everybody's claiming that Erica held up a devil sign when it was really "I love you" in sign language. This is where we're at as a people. All right. 31 until Naked Snake for the 510th stream in a row. We're going to close it down in a few minutes after and if and or out. Naked Snake, NASCAR out. Yeah, that's also true. It makes noises. Yeah, she's doing good, as far as I know. Oh my gosh, Stargate's the best. I love Stargate. I love Stargate, boys. Who doesn't love Stargate? All right. It's very Nah, everybody hates me on every side. It's wild. It's fun. I enjoy it. B. All right, let's raid Grisby here in a minute. Grisby. I like the original Stargate movie. I actually never really watched the TV show. I know that's like blasphemy. I love the movie though. I love with Kurt Russell. Fucking love it. I think it's a masterpiece. 100%. Squoosh. Too bad Stargate can't reboot. There's a lot of things that can't reboot that you would think they could. Like for one is I don't know how they would be able to do it, but Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I watched it last night again. Fantastic freaking movie. And the reason they can't do it is because like Fox owns the rights to it or something. And you know how Fox is when they own the rights to something, they kill it. They'll fucking sit on it forever. And yeah, I think they could do it. It's just they would have to have a really good prosthetics. And I don't know how they would capture the silliness of the film. Because it's like silly, kind of. Like Evil Dead silly. And I don't know how they would capture that. They might have to go in the other direction, like Evil Dead went, or just make it a pure ass, like actual disturbing, unsettling horror movie. And I think that could work. It just the prosthetics have to be there. And if I see a CGI clown, I'm out. Thank you, Squish. Thank you, Squish. Appreciate you, Squish. Old Squish. Billy Hatcher says we're 25 from Naked Snake. Look at my man coming in strong. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Billy. Billy Hatcher. Old Billy Hatcher. Chainsaw Man's a movie. Chainsaw Man. Did they recently come out with the Killer Clowns game? They did, yes, but it's like from what I've seen, it looks like a Dead by Daylight type game, right? If there was a Killer Clown game, I think you would have to make it in the same style of. The clowns look good in the game though, but in the same style of like Five Nights at Freddy's or Resident Evil or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Smile and Smile 2 are pretty insane movies. Excited for the next one. I'm no longer a fan of Mirror's eye contact though. I liked the first Smile. The second Smile was kind of annoying. I enjoyed the first one a lot. Now the second one had its moments, but overall I didn't really care for it because the subject matter was not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about famous celebrities. And the entire point of the movie, it was like this famous, like Lady Gaga leveled singer that was getting followed around by the Smile thing. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If she dies, I don't care at all. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. That's the issue with me. It was like, oh, look, it's like basically all these people in the entertainment industry. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck all these. I don't care about this. I don't want to watch a movie about celebrities. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I want it to be about like an everyday people trying to survive like scary shit because I can relate to it. I can't relate to pop star being chased by Smile Guy. It had moments though. I love the first one though. You know what movie I really love? It Follows. I fucking love that movie. Chris McGough says Musk let China use X as their bullshit propaganda platform and people make lots of money, post some fake pro China garbage. He's 2 balls deep in China to do anything about it. Well, he's got his knees in the mud and it's hard to pull them knees out, bro, unless you take your shoes off. And we don't want to take the shoes off. Thank you, Chris McGough. 200 Norwegian krones, my boy, coming in strong here at the end, as per usual. I didn't have to throw down very hard. I love you, dude. I appreciate you, Chris McGough. My brother. What's up, Graveyard Shift? How you doing, brother? Thank you, Chris McGough. We love you, buddy. 30 likes to 400. Holy balls. That's a good number. Thank you. Thank you, Chris McGough. Love you, dude. Helena says, Cody responded to my DM. Also, I want my song this time. Billy pushed us over the line if you can't. Well, we're there. We made it. Helena. Make way, make way. Helena, it's time you knew. The family on top of you is all you need. I'll write more lyrics eventually. Thank you, Helena. For the goal boy, everybody. We hit Naked Snake for the 510th show in a row. Ashley says 20 for Snake. Oh, we are there. We are at 511. Thank you guys so much for getting us there one more again. Look at that. 511 out of 500 for Streak 510. A lot of fives in there. Hell yeah, brothers. I appreciate you, Ashley. Appreciate you, Chris McGough, Irakias, Helena, Pop, my boy Pop Blender, Julio Caesars, Irakios. Thank you, my friend. Jadine jumping in there as well. Madamos. Hell you. Oh, Uma. Thank you, Uma. Or Una. Thank you, Darth Danger Zone. Everybody. Chris Benoit, Dark Cloud, Amateur jumping in this bitch. Even Cecil, Mr. Rob himself. Thank you, brother. Don't forget PS2 Chiper with 50 gifted memberships. What a goat. What a goat. Dravian, Tristan, Eric Kayos, Billy. You guys are goated today. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And we beat the deadline in 2 minutes. Look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you guys so much for all your love. Spam that like button because we're only 28 away from 400. And we're going to raid Grisby. I want to make sure Grisby's live. I want to make sure the Grizz. Oh, he's only been live for 39 minutes. Bro, let's raid my Grizz. We're going to raid Grisby. Let me do Naked Snake, and then we're going to Grizz it up with my boy. He's playing Silent Hill F early access, so I'm going to watch it a little bit while I eat food downstairs. So let's do Naked Snake for the boys. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. I appreciate you. PS2 Chopper had 50 memberships. My man is the GOAT. Thank you, brother. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I'll have a new video tomorrow. I'm going to clip something from the last stream. I think that was really spicy and post that. And then I'll get back into, I'll film some stuff for that day as well. And we'll start spicing some stuff up, and we'll have a good time doing it. So I appreciate you guys for all the love. You always make me feel super welcome to exist. And the viewership's been steadily increasing a lot lately. So I really appreciate that as well. Let's do Naked Snake. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I'll see you guys on the other side. Here we go. Here we go. You guys ready? One more time. Gone.
It's a trial to survive.
Jay-Z with the Blue Boy. Thank you, baby. Here we go.
I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
In my time, serving your body else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 510 streams in a row. 4 years of Naked Snake. Here we go. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support. We always killing it every damn stream. Can't be defeated. The Naked Snake lives on another damn show. We'll be back Wednesday as per usual. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Love you, and I appreciate you. 519 was the finisher. 50 memberships today. We're doing crazy as hell. And I appreciate you guys for all the insane, unwavering support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say Camrade in the chat with Grisby. Never mind. He's not live anymore. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. What a wild time we live in. All right. We're not going to read Grisby. My man was so close to getting some viewers. Oh, right. Here we go. Let's see who else we can pull up. Damn you, Grisby. Damn you. Damn you. We could raid Rennie Draws. Is she live? Let me see if she's still live. You always got to check if they're still live. Yep, she's alive. Let's give her some love. Rennie Draws with the Fiendish Party, the closeout party. Give her some love in there. Cam Raid in the chat. I'll see you guys over there. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Let's go. Cam Raid in the chat. I'll see you guys in 2 seconds. Time.